Hello, everybody, and welcome to Tales Does Tales, where we hear Tales of Initiative play through Tales from the Early Portal with an eldritch twist. I am your game show host / GM, Pat, and I'm so pleased to be telling this tale with our delightfully daring, frighteningly fantastic cast of players. Bun's back, Haley, Danny, and Mark. But sadly, the laws of equivalent exchange apply, and we gained a player, so we had to sacrifice one. We've chucked Raz through the gate into the Immaterium. I've clearly been watching FMA Brotherhood. Pay no attention to me right now. But she'll be back soon enough. Raz will be back. We haven't. This is not, and we not just bonded to armor or anything. This is not an Elric situation. We will get full-blown Raz back. In fact, Raz is going to be back this Saturday, November 2nd. Leading myself, Mel, and some amazing guests that you might recognize from our previous cool little specials here on the network through a spooky House of Horrors. We'll be playing Monster of the Week, a haunted house mystery, raising money for Extra Life. So please tune in and support us this weekend as we celebrate a belated Halloween while also helping out the Children's Miracle Network of Hospitals. I should not have tried to say that last half of the sentence on a half of a breath. My diaphragm hurts now. Anything from y'all while I recover from my poor lung discipline?
No. Go vote next week.
No.
Just a quick apology for my crying cat in the background if you hear him during the stream. He's fine.
It's fine. Craig is just
He's
really
fine.
noisy today. Craig the Rapple is making those noises.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the noise that Craig makes when you squeeze him.
Yeah, exactly.
Amazing. Well, Mark, why did I say your name like a duck fart? I don't know. Mark, Johnny on the spot at the open, and we've already got those sponsor links in. So fucking.
Are you having a day?
I'm really having a day.
Okay.
Oh,
We
man.
gotta get together.
I know.
Come on.
Reboot.
Lock
reset
it in. Lock it in.
Get in there. Get strapped. Mark has already put those sponsor links in the chat. Go check them out. They're awesome. I want to highlight one of them, LoreLink, the premier campaign management tool and sponsor of our show, which means that I get to use LoreLink for all of the prepping for this show. It's really, really fun. You can organize all of your session notes, your NPCs, your magic items, everything you need to run the game. And it's not in some crazy wiki format that makes you open 12 dozen tabs just to figure out where you put the darn thing you're looking for. Everything is right on there where you need it to be, easily searched and linked. LoreLink, directly from your session notes. Did the PCs take a wild turn and go visit that shopkeep from 3 months ago? Just add a link to the little object in LoreLink's system, and it's right there on your session notes, ready to go. The links to the locations and stuff. It builds this whole those little points of light maps of how things are connected and the word cloud and stuff. It builds all of that as you sprawl the session notes out to where you need to go. Want to track villain stats, but you don't want to have to rewrite their abilities for the umpteenth time in a brand new digital tool? Markdown is supported in all of the text entry boxes, so you can directly link to SRDs or other external digital tool sets so that you don't have to repeat information over and over and over again. Markdown is also, you can go to the link in chat and sign up for a free account a day. You can start using the tool and see just how much of a game changer it is. And then when you're ready for more advanced features, you can subscribe and unlock everything from interactive maps to custom templating. And soon enough, brand new, you goobers in chat doing goober things. Brand new features are rolling out soon, including player invites, co-GMing, and party loot organizers. So make sure and subscribe today. It's a fun. What are y'all doing over here? Oh man, Doug's gonna participate in Locktober at this point, and we're moving on from that joke. Anything else today before we get to the business? The business proper. Why am I like this? Yeah. We all ready? Ready to dive in? Ready to have a good time? Ready to turn on your second monitor so you have a way to look at the map, Haley?
There's more.
Alrighty then. Trigger warning. This show features elements of cosmic and gothic horror, including body horror, hallucinations, unreliable narrators, vile noises, unsettling descriptions, gruesome violence, suffocation, drowning, possibly, and poison. So, if any of that is a little bit too yucky for you, I have no joke coming to my head, so I'm just going to say go to our YouTube and watch all of our other shows, or stay tuned for Wednesday. Wednesday's actually not going to be much better because we're currently doing Mork Soul, and we're doing like a little Cronenbergian The Thing reference with the current alien that is infesting the Gamma Black Star ship, a derelict cruiser, as our scavs navigate the stars. And constantly, I love how we've all, except for Mel, out-weirded Conlon. I don't know what he expected out of us, but we took the premise of you're survivors in space and everything's awful and trying to kill you. Like, okay, let's lean into that and be weird. He's like, this is real weird. LL and her gecko twerking. Okay. All of that out of the way. We are ready to dive back in to the super happy fun times inside the hidden shrine of Tomoe-kan.
Such happy fun times.
This is super happy fun times. Last time, y'all did a little bit more exploration. You went down some tunnels you hadn't been down before. You backtracked, and you went into the room where that like melodious, dripping water kind of music was coming from. And you found that singing was coming from a woman named Dasa Zotz, who had this sort of alien eldritch beauty to her. Clearly beautiful, but eyes completely blacked out. Very similar to Winvir. And for a little bit, Winvir, maybe there was like a little, like, you know, sisters from other times kind of connection happening here. As she seemed to relate to Winvir and vice versa. You have bargained to be able to use this room for your long rest, and also to secure easy, free passage across to the door that is on the other side of this shining, shimmering lake. If you are able to bring her Dasa's beloved, which, as soon as she said the real name, you recognize as, oh, that's the vampire dude we're supposed to be getting for Papa. This is potentially a little bit complicated. You have, however, found the sepulcher where you believe that Tolokes Popolokas is interred. So you at least have a location. That was actually, I forgot the bun was not here for that. That was from following the little smoke bunny that Narcissa saw hopping off into the distance of the tunnels. You tracked that down to a giant plug of limestone and pushed it out of the way, taking some lime don't, Mark, you stop it. The book calls it that. Don't blame me. Pushed it out of the way, you removed the plug and gained access to Tolokes's hidden chamber. Take that however you will.
I'm just gonna let it go. I'm gonna let it go.
I'm gonna let it go? Okay. You have completed.
Cool.
You have completed a long rest. I believe that Saoirse was able to put an air bubble on Mirik using one of her last second level spell slots. So currently Narcissa and Mirik are still air bubbled up. You are protected from the weird poisonous gas of this realm.
We just gotta figure out how much air bubble Narcissa has left.
Yes. And I would say that I actually have this in my notes. That was one of the things I was making double checking that I did right. Narcissa got that back in like hour 2, and it is now hour 12. So essentially, you've got like 14 hours left on Narcissa's bubble, and more than that on Mirik's. So not soon. You've all woken up. You've tanked through all of the damage that was happening. We did it sort of 2 hours by 2 hours in accordance with your watches, rather than like doing the whole long rest and then rolling a crap ton of d6. But I think it worked pretty well, both to your advantage and also probably more representative of how you would handle the situation. So yes, Rara, I am sorry. There's no veil right now. My computer is running on strings and a prayer. So I had to turn Firebot off, which is the thing that runs the whatchamacallit, the channel rewards.
Okay. Every once in a while, just type thin the veil and we'll count it.
Yeah,
totally
you know
works.
what? Yeah, you know what? I'll count it. I'll keep track. I got a little counter in here. You do you.
Not Raz copy pasting it for Aurora copy pasting it for the next 15 minutes. Just like I will put a ban on you, Rara.
Oh, there's one.
We have one.
It begins. No, that's too fast. No.
You know what? That's exactly why I said Raz beginning, because I knew it.
If there was gonna be one of
once
you.
every 15 minutes.
Yep. Here, what I'll do, I will turn it on. Firebot won't be tracking it, but I will be. So you'll be able to use it for realsies. The timer is still active and all that kind of stuff. Since you can't be trusted on the honor code, you nincompoops. Why am I using all this old-timey speech? What's happening? Oh, it's because I have a child. need to make sure she copies everything. The kid is a steel trap.
As it should be.
As it should be, as was foretold. But you have completed your long rest. What would you like to do?
Okay, so the minute we get the chance, we're stepping out of the chamber and sending. We have that now. We've connected already with Dad, so we know kind of where he is in my brain.
Yes. What are you sending specifically?
I have a note.
Ha!
It's been
Look at
written
this.
down. Haha.
Prepared gamesmanship. Look at that.
Prepared. It goes, "Hello, Father. Our patron is trying to make a Gilthanish tree of the first vampire. We have been sent to fetch him. I love you." Done. Sent.
Nice. Very good. I will do an autocorrect for you. Gulthias tree, not Gilvanus tree.
Gulthias. I
you,
was trying to spell it somehow.
I think you may have like crossed the streams into World of Warcraft. It's not a Sylvanas tree. It's not. You are not summoning Lich Mommy, although, if only.
We've already summoned one through one. Thank you very much.
She's
just a lich plant.
Exactly. Oh, that's true.
Papa is looking for Lich Mummy.
This is secretly. The campaign is secretly how Winnie and Saoirse got a new dad. That's actually what the campaign is.
It's Parent Trap with extra steps.
Lindsay Lohan and the Tube of Horrors.
Okay. You already got so many new in-laws. You don't need more parents.
It's like Pokemon gym badges of relatives at this point. This is too many winter solstices.
I need to catch your mom.
Knowing what I know about Papa and who they are, this is really funny.
It's very funny. Yes. I remember when I was looking for new players and Bun and Danny were joining on. I was like, this is going to make this a very interesting meta experience for them. Given what you know about the Moon's Eye Sage. But yes, you have woken up. You send that sending.
Let me just mark that off my spells.
You have sent your sending. Okay. I need to roll for your dad. What an odd sentiment. I need to roll for your dad.
Roll to dad.
Roll for dad? So, man, that's one of those like emphasize the word in a different spot sentences. Every version of that sentence means something wildly different. Roll for dad, not the
So
same at all as roll for your dad. Here we go. Okay. All right.
All right.
Oh, what does he say in return? What does he say in response to this? Ba, 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 ba.
I love that Merrick just pops up out of nowhere
Yeah,
with
just-
bad news and is
yeah.
like, "Hi, Dad. I love you."
Yeah, one of the best parts of this is y'all have like kind of no concept of what time of day it is down here either. It's like truly just yeeting information. He could have been asleep for all you know. Actually, I am rolling for that. 100% I'm rolling for that.
It's 3 a.m.
It just creeps into his dreams.
He was having breakfast. Just having some good breakfast. Good brekkie. Just having some toast and some dragon coffee. It's no different from regular coffee. It just feels different. And
It's brewed with dragon's fire.
it's brewed with
Thank you
dragon's
very
fire.
much.
Yeah, that's what it is. Actually, he's silver, isn't he? He'd prefer iced coffee.
He would.
He's just having this dragonfire coffee, and every day he ends up in the ER. Like, just heal me, it's fine. I need my Joe. Like,
This also just feels like I'm drinking my dragon coffee and I'm reading my dragon newspaper. And I'm gonna eat my dragon breakfast and then I'll go to my dragon job.
It's one of
wearing my
the-
dragon slippers.
It's one of those like poorly authored books that like just can't help renaming everything for the purposes of making the world building feel good. This is a svigar. It's the same as a fucking sword, but I just named it different so it feels exotic and weird. It's called a sword.
It's world building, Matt.
It's world building. James Cameron, fuck off. Like I'm getting off on a
Action
James Cameron
Dragon.
tangent. Sorry, I've realized my green screen was way over green screening, and now I'm tottering about over there while I think about what your dad's gonna say. Again, a weird sentence to say. Nope. Nope.
Okay.
No, God, it's awful. Everything's awful. My camera decided to change today. I hate computers. I'm getting older by the day. Every day we stray further from youth. You know what? I'm just gonna
Guys and dragon.
I'm just gonna have the dusted forehead today, and that's just gonna be fine. Your dad responds with like, huh. That is. Thank you for letting me know. I'm glad you are well. If you can determine it, find out why. And that's the end of the message.
Okay, as close to a head pat as we're gonna get in this current situation. That was a you did good, kid.
That was very much a you did good, kid. Asking for more information. You're getting in on the investigation. You're on the ground floor.
Yeah.
Do we have, after all the research and other bits and pieces, even if we don't have like Papa's reason, do we have a reason why Golthias trees like are built or made, or like do we have the symptoms / outcomes of a Golthias tree?
I believe y'all rolled for that last time, and you do not. You
No,
the
perfect. I just was
you do not. Y'all rolled really well. So what I would say is you do not, because it's one of those things that's like it's big magic. There is no singular one-off result. Like the Golthias tree that you found on the Citadel, it was producing these weird fruits that Bellic was using for stuff.
Mhm.
He was theoretically using it for other stuff, and like it ate Saoirse. Like there's just a whole miasma of data points that like none of this makes sense.
yeah, cool.
It's definitely not the same as like, you know, a
Yeah,
fireball
I was
spell does a fireball spell
it does.
every time. Same thing.
Yes.
Golthias tree is
I
not
was
the
just
same
like-
way.
Yeah, I kind of just was like, yeah, you plant them and it infects the land around it. Like I figured like if there was just like a reason for it or like a thing and then all the other symptoms are something on top, but like here's the main reason why you do it. Like, what is under the definition in the dictionary?
Yeah. No, there
Yeah,
is
cool, never
there's
mind.
no indication as to like a why, like certainly not a universal why. Yeah, the closest thing you would know is that Grenell knew about Gulthias trees, knew about the one under the Sunless Citadel, and the Goffin Hepatiga has something or other to do with it. Because you remember her throwing that term around.
Okay.
Alrighty. Anything else you would like to do as your long rest ends? My green screen is finally fixed, and you are beginning a new. I will say, Saoirse has prepped some spells, and I got some guidance from Raz. So we're gonna just pop 2 air bubbles, blap blap, and it's going to be on Windveer and on Pebble.
Okay.
Everybody gets a turn with the air bubble.
Everyone gets a turn. So, Saoirse is withholding that last spell slot. There's still one more second level spell slot that she's got, but saving that for if anything else wild needs to happen. But at least doing 2 air bubbles so that she's the only one that's tanking that poison damage at the moment.
Okay. So, shall we begin our return to the other room?
Yes, I imagine
Let's
so.
go.
There are still a few doors we have not explored. Heading north.
Did we want to explore those before we move on? Or do we want to take advantage of the bubble that we have now?
That's true.
Those bubbles do last for 24 hours, so you got
Yeah.
a pretty good amount of time.
Go for it. Oh, I wonder. I guess let's just go look, right? And we can always back up and change our mind if we can.
Yes.
Yeah.
Alright, so you're heading west out of Dasazot's room and
Yes. I
towards.
think we're all like shuffling half a step at a time as we all look to each other like, yeah, this is what we're doing. Yeah, yep, yeah, yep,
Yep, yep.
This is what we're doing.
Decisions by
Little
committee.
seagulls. Yeah. It's those crabs from Finding Nemo.
Aye.
Yeah.
Man, I should have made that the voice of the Guardian if I wanted to do double movie reference in this dungeon.
Next time.
As y'all go, looks like Windveer and Saoirse are the one to be the last ones out. Oh god, I'm in control of another PC another time. Okay. Ah!
I was not paying attention. I was watching all lights flick around going, ah,
As y'all leave, you see Dasa like emerge from the water. She says, "Goodbye. I'll see you soon."
Okay, bye.
Was that in the same room that she popped her head out before we
Yes,
left?
yes.
Or she okay.
It was in the
my
water.
brain, I thought that you meant that like where
Nope.
we are on the map,
Nope,
that she's
no,
just
no, no,
popped
no,
out
no.
of the water here, and I was like,
Just emerge from the walls. I can be wherever I want. Yeah, no.
that room looks like it's full of water, so I just maybe thought that there was little interconnecting tunnels.
And that room is absolutely filled with water. That would be wild if there was a connecting tunnel, which that'd be really cool. There's not that you know of. That's one of the ways that you could go if you are looking to like further explore this.
Does that door look trapped by water also? Or is it above the water?
It is
or-
the only bit that's above. It's like 3 inches of door above the water in that room.
It-
So that water's pretty deep.
That water is
Yeah.
very deep. Like if any of you go in there and you want to like do stuff with the door, you will be like submerging yourself to do that.
Hmm. could just get rid of the door. And then whatever's in there will get splashed by water, but I mean... That's an option, maybe when we come back. Up to you.
What would you like to do? If y'all don't want to mess, where are y'all going? Because I can help speed up things on the map by like dropping new tokens on there. Bless you.
Thank you.
Was the rabbit still a thing?
The rabbit you sort of semi-believe might have been leading you towards where Tolokes was interred. Because you followed it as far east as you could go, or like assuming that it went east and it didn't deviate, you went as far that way as possible and it ended in that like stairway that was leading up and was like collapsed in, but that was also the same hallway with the limestone plug. And this is, as a reminder, this water room that's like completely filled up, or almost completely filled up. Saoirse was in there as a spider and like felt the door. Didn't seem like there was anything on the other side of it. Certainly nothing making big noise.
We've got air bubbles. We could just open it up.
Yeah, you do. Everyone but Saoirse could literally just walk in there and breathe because you've got the air bubble.
It would be very heavy though, right? It depends on if the door opens in or out. Can we look?
It looks like it opens out from your perspective.
Ah, that's easy then. Is it locked?
Let's see here. I want to make sure that it is not locked, but who's getting in there testing things? I gave you an answer without anyone being in there.
Winnie's, is there enough room to fly, or am I in the water?
If you want to figure out what's happening with the door, you got to get in the water. You got to get wet.
You've seen, you're just looking at Winnie be the most uncomfortable in the world as her wings are like stretched, so a weird position, like straight up, and yet obviously still wet. She's looking at the
stand on my shoulders. It's okay.
I just keep dipping my head under the water, like, it looks good.
You don't have to do the funny underwater voice because you've got air bubble.
It has to still escape somewhere, doesn't it?
I guess it would be like muffled, like it'd be like, it looks good.
Yeah.
Maybe but like from
That's
behind a
nice
wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You walked your dog?
Yeah. Sorry, my voice is not as good as yours, Matthew.
Not my intended. Oh, I'm sorry. So Pebble and Winnie are inspecting the door. It is not locked, but it looks like even though it opens out, the force of the water has like jammed it, where it's like it's pushed up against like the casing, and like it's wood sort of wrapped in brass fittings, so it's swollen with all of the water that's been behind it, so it's like completely like airtight along like the casing, with just a little bit of water trickling out underneath. So you can open it, but you gotta like really, you gotta force it open.
You know who has an axe?
Is it a wooden door?
It's wood with brass fittings, or with bronze fittings. Bronze bound wood.
Get it.
Thinking to abandon
Chop,
us.
chop,
Move away
chop.
from the door.
Get it.
I've
I mean,
had so
the way
much
I was
luck with
gonna
doors so far.
The way I was going to open the door was not going to be any quieter, so go for it.
Do
Give me
we
that
have any other ideas or suggestions for it before I do this?
I could cast reduce on the door, and then the door will get smaller than the hinges and just fly into
This is
the
very
next room.
true.
That's my option, but I don't mind. If you want to give an axe a go that doesn't waste a spell slot,
Yes. Let's hold that in.
I say in non-meta speak.
Yeah.
Whatever that means.
I've
I feel
actually
like-
never known what to say for spell slots. Like I feel
Yeah,
like
it's
those
like,
have
I
to be
look down on my-
diegetic.
Yeah, I looked down at my belt and I've got one of those like coin dispensers that you see on like buses. It's like, nope, yep, I've got 2 of those, 1 of those left.
I have to think spell slots is like a diegetic term, because otherwise there really is no way of talking about spells in any sort of reasonable in-character way.
My spell energy.
Yeah.
Exactly, Raz. I think
Mana. I think
Yeah.
mana is the colloquial term.
Yeah.
Mana could be like mana of the 1st degree rather than mana of the 3rd degree. Like it's just such a fucking, that's a nightmare.
Spoons. I agree with spoons.
Spoons.
I've got
Spoons.
only so many big spoons.
Yep, I only have so many 3rd level spoons.
Yeah, it goes spoons, and then it goes ladles, spoons, then sieves, then chopsticks, and then that way, like you can tell you how many you've got left for the day. But when you get to chopsticks, you know that you're useless.
What? Okay, so chopsticks are cantrips. I was so okay. I was.
It's how much do they hold in spoon
Yeah.
form?
How much do they hold in spoon form?
I didn't know what order you were going in, and then you said sieves. I was like, that holds nothing by definition. It's just going through.
Exactly.
I'm so confused.
Yeah, but if you can really work with it, a sieve would hold more than a chopstick, right?
That's fair.
So
That's fair. Yes.
that was
Gotcha.
I'm on it.
You're on it. You're absolutely on
I
it.
knew what you were
Catches the-
talking about.
catches
It's
the
holding
clumps.
power.
I
Your
can tell you
tablespoon
use
is
the
your
spoon
second level.
theory. I can tell you use the spoon theory in your day-to-day life.
Yeah.
How you feeling today? I got a chopstick.
I got a chopstick.
I've got like 2 sieves. They
Yeah.
technically can hold something, but only if it's chunky and big.
Yeah. I gotta
Or-
keep spinning them like
Or for a brief amount
Great.
of
Now all I
time.
can think about is just eating chunky soup with a sieve.
you just like you literally
This is how I eat my chunky soup.
The soup of Sisyphus.
you just pour liquid down the sink at the end.
And-
All done.
And so we must imagine that Sisyphus thinks it tastes good.
Okay.
Make your action
So-
attack with disadvantage because it is underwater.
I might have an idea. I might have an
Yes.
idea. I do have a spear. If we can jam it into either the bottom or the corner, like we could use the leverage to pop it open.
I am a fan of both pirates and leverage. So
We can do the leverage.
it's two
Let's
movie
let's do this
references
in
today.
order. We've got the leverage because there is a quarterstaff floating amongst someone's belongings. They're just not in my hands anymore.
That's
I
right.
think I
Yeah.
gave it to Winnie. I think Winnie was using it as a 10-foot pole.
Amazing.
Things.
Oh, man.
Oh, Kenku's back.
Yeah. Sorry.
Oh hey Kenku.
Oh.
Then we can try the axe, and then we can use spell energy.
All of that fails.
Some indeterminate amount of spoons to knock this door down.
2 teaspoons.
So give me
One door.
give me, if you're doing the leverage first, give me a strength check. Strength athletics.
Would you care for assistance?
Can I, can I jam it in there and then have
Give Mark or
Mirek
Mirek.
mostly do the work, but I can like
Yes. Yeah.
try to like jump on it.
I will say that yes, Mira can make the strength athletics check. I'm gonna say that jumping on it, like, oh man, I'm not advantage, but I'll lower the DC. You're giving some amount of help.
That's 14.
14. It's really hard. Like moving around in water, like even if you're breathing fine, that's not the hard part. But like moving around, exerting force, that kind of stuff, it's just way harder than it is on dry land.
This is where I'm so glad that I am Dragonborn and just heavy. There is so little
Yeah.
buoyancy. It's just.
Yeah, but even with that, not a lot of buoyancy, you still weigh, or it's,
We're
I
still
guess
fighting.
you still weigh the same amount. You just don't exert the
Yes.
weight.
Okay. Not
Right,
going.
Stand back Guys.
Do we want to try the axing first before we do
Oh
this?
yeah, try the. Yes, sorry, I forgot.
Okay. We've budged it at least the teeniest, tiniest bit, so we know it can move.
Yeah, you were seeing a little bit of like you could hear that like all around popping noise that happens when something's happening underwater.
All right, chop chop. Let's
Yep.
go.
So attack roll with disadvantage because it's, you know, big heavy weapon underwater.
Not great, guys. Not great. 8,
Man.
9, 10, 11.
It's that like ah! You're just so and like, you're not used to the idea that an axe is the big heavy axe is basically like a fin in the water. It's just like boom 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 boom. It just does nothing to the door. It's like
Okay.
you feel genuinely the quarterstaff or spear was doing way more than like a boom 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 boom. Just it's just sad on contact.
2 options. We can go back to the quarterstaff spear method, or we can just have Winnie cast on the door.
By the way, I want to say for the record, normally I hate these, like, there's no pressure. It's just like rolling dice until you hit the DC and then you can move forward. Normally I hate these. The comedy value that y'all extract from these moments. I'm Gygax in this. We're stuck here. You tell me how you're doing this door.
I mean, if we do, I can try to help by like trying to be dead weight, but like Pebble is so small, she's probably just kicking her legs on nothing. Just
I mean,
hanging there.
You kind of hit on.
Is the ceiling tall enough to do the opposite way around where you can push
No.
off the ceiling?
No, you can't push off the ceiling. But Pebble, you're kind of hitting on something that's good. Like you are small enough that you can go upright and like just kicky swim against. Like as your lift, instead of like trying to pull down, you're just kicky swimming into it. So Merrick, you can make another strength check at advantage because Pebble is giving you some kicky swim help.
Okay, the next option was the Warhammer.
So good at
Just this has more weight to it.
I'm so good at kicking.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh, okay. This is still not great. This is a 13.
It's you are all looking and staring as Merrick is just like holding on to this spear and just like just trying to wiggle it, and Pebble just kicking and swimming forward and nothing's happening.
Is this room full to the top, or is there any breathing
There's a
room?
little bit of breathing room at the top. As a reminder, it goes
Okay.
to high enough on the door that there's 3 inches of door above the water line.
Great. I have one more suggestion before we waste your spells, Winnie.
Winnie is braiding Narcissus' hair.
Aw, that's so cute.
I can try just blasting this door with my breath weapon. There's enough space here that I can do it, but I don't want to do it while everyone is in the water, and I need to do it where I'm high enough that it's not going to electrocute us if it touches the water.
Blah, 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 blah. Just absolute Looney Tunes.
Now,
shit.
I can do it. I can stand in there.
Yeah.
That's fine. But
So everyone backs out, and then
Look, it's like,
question-
Yeah, I just tug on the braid. I'm like, Narcissus, out the water.
let's switch us over to the map because I want to remind people what this ridiculousness what it looks like. Y'all just jammed in this little room. Yeah, y'all are able to back out of the way. Yeah, you want to roll that breath weapon damage? And the door fails its dexterity saving throw.
the door fails. Let's see. 2d10.
that'd be concerning if it didn't.
Yeah, it was a mimic the whole time.
That's so much
Backwards.
better. Okay. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
14, amazing. So you are going to take half of that because you're in the water.
I have chromatic warding. So
Okay.
for the next minute, I am not taking any of this damage.
So you're immune to lightning damage now?
Yes.
Amazing. So, like Godzilla style, like lightning beam erupts from Mirik. Blasts the door, like you can see it like crackle into the bronze bindings and splinter the wood, charring it. And it doesn't like explode the door, but the fact that it's thoroughly weakened it, and then all this water pressure up against it, that explodes the door into tiny little shrapnel. I will need Mirik to give me what is it going to be? Hold on, let me reread this. Dexterity saving throw.
I figured. 3. So
3.
whatever shrapnel is coming my way.
Nope, it's not the shrapnel. No, it's better than that.
You're getting sucked into the other room. Bye.
There is no water behind, which means you are now on a wacky tube ride down this hallway as Mirik just goes disappearing out of the room. Woo!
Oh no!
And you just hear this like, ah! You fly all the way down there, just this tidal wave of water takes you around a corner, down this hallway, then around, and you barrel into these double doors, also wood, bound in bronze, and you arrive back well, actually, you don't know where you arrive back in. It's dark. You just know that suddenly you are completely underwater.
Winnie is flying after
I
Mirik.
will run after.
Amazing.
Have I stopped moving?
You have stopped moving, and you took 6 points of bludgeoning damage as you journeyed through that ridiculous roller coaster.
Perfect.
Oh no.
I love it.
We've
We're
done a loop.
immediately dancing lights. Just
Amazing. You were able to.
We've done a loop.
You've done a loop.
This means there's nothing to explore.
Oh,
No.
No. Let me get to that dancing light. Get you
Let's go
your
get
glow
ourselves a
man.
fucking vampire.
So yes, this was
my little glow man.
this was had y'all not like, oh no,
Oh no!
Bud, no. Here we go. The names are gonna be wrong. Let me hide those. Oh, I thought I already did. Oh wait, why are they still there? What's happening? I don't know what's happening anymore. Hi.
That's okay, I'll be Mark.
Oh wait.
Yeah. But yes, if you had not dealt with Takuzi's Sakatl, here I'll go to the battle map. Had you not dealt with like Takuzi's Sakatl, or like had he like fake helped you across, and then you go to that room and then open the door and it just floods you back in here, and he just starts beating up on whoever like falls through into the moat again. But you're back. Swoop. There we go. So yes, you can see that little flooded room connects to Semanawak, where you fought Takuzi's Sakatl.
Amazing. Okay.
There you go. Amazing.
Oh, that knocked the wind out of me.
Are you alright?
you okay?
Was a fun ride. I'll be entirely honest.
I looked at
A little bruised.
Do
Yeah,
need
you opened that
healing?
door.
Perhaps a touch, but
It's really disconcerting moving around without dark vision. Just moving through like completely pitch black hallways.
It's scary.
There.
I'm going to use just a first level healing word on Merit. Oh, fuck yeah. So that's 6 points of healing and 5 temporary hit points.
Nice.
okay. So that
And
apologies.
I realized I was facing away from the microphone then, so if you didn't hear me, let me know.
No, that was all good.
That's 6 plus how many temp?
5.
Okay. Sorry, I had a small creature just waking up and coming in and.
A rapple?
A raffle, my very own.
Yeah, Craig actually came over and he's the one that cast the spell on you.
Perfect.
That's what you gotta do. It's like a stress ball. You've got to squeeze it to get the spell out.
Yeah. But yeah, you have
Well,
fully explored these hallways to the best of your
I'm
abilities.
impressed.
All that is left is the sepulcher.
it would seem that we have only one way forward,
Yeah.
or backwards, as it were.
Do y'all want to head that way?
Yeah.
Okay. I will remove your tokens and then just make new ones over at the sepulcher so you don't have to Metroidvania your way through this map.
Run.
Oh, nope, not that. I'm on the wrong thing. I need to be over here. Woohoo! Now I have GM powers. Delete. Pow. Total darkness. So you make your way
Did we
back
look in here
through.
already?
Looking where?
Oh no, that's where we
did
need to
not
go.
go through. Yeah, that's one of the doors that we need to touch on.
It was not lit up, so my brain was like, "That's different."
Wait, what's happening? Where are we?
We're not currently.
You're not. You're slowly becoming.
Yes, that's fine. I was
uh,
like, you,
I
what are you
exist.
talking about? Where are we?
There we
Did I
go.
zoom in too far in the wrong section?
And we've got your dancing light. There you go.
Okay.
Now you can see. Okay.
I mean, we could just spend the rest of the episode digging out all of that rubble on the other hallway instead of dealing with this door.
The
So
strength is not with me today. I would not.
As a reminder to our audience, this is what you've explored so far, which looks pretty cool. You've got Samanawak over there, with all of the craziness that was happening. Let me see. Boop, there we go. Now I can ping. So you've got Samanawak where the little yellow blippy bip is going. This is the room that was filled with water that you just emptied out and water slided Mirik into Samanawak. This was the drippy hallway that led to the room with Das Azot's. So this is where you took your long rest. This is the Guardian's room with little Mud Crab and his Hermit Crab Boulder friend. This was the room where you got the pyramid, the silver pyramid. This is that secret hallway that Winnie found, the statue where you got the +1 plant slaying longsword. And this is the cave room that you started all of this in before heading this way. And yes, as you just described, there is that stairwell right here with a bunch of collapsed rubble on it. But you are right, Shmya, behind the limestone block.
I think I've respawned without my torch.
You have respawned without your torchlight. Let me fix that. Doobly-doo. My apologies. Here.
You need to relight your torch
Torch!
because we were underwater.
I'm assuming that some of you did not go underwater, so Pebble could have handed off the torch.
Yeah.
At the very
Okay.
least, I will say you are 2 torches down because they only burn for like an hour, I think. So,
That's fine.
but yeah, you are in this little foyer. As a reminder of what is in here, Saoirse is the only one that can read the runes that are on the door, but I can get you what those say. Doobity-doobity-doo. Where is this? Yes, here we go. So, beyond the ceiling stone is a small
Yeah, they burn
foyer
for an hour.
holding 6 sealed urns, 3 to the east, 3 to the west, and the double doors made of solid bronze stand to the south, glyphs worked into their faces, and these glyphs, Saoirse just sort of like clicked in with this strange ancient language. The glyphs say, "Here lies Tolokes Popolokos, master of the others, who is like the wind and the night."
Before we go in there, Mirik wasn't able to completely understand, but got the gist of what the song was about.
Yeah.
She couldn't like translate one for one. Okay.
It was not.
cool.
It was not like. It was not a one-to-one translation. It was more of like a sensation of understanding. It was very strange.
Okay, so she will turn to the others at this point, now that we are back here and not looking through all the doorways. I fear perhaps we have some misunderstanding of our compatriot in the other room.
What do you mean?
When I was taking my watch, the song she sang spoke of hunger and of a meal to come.
You think she's gonna eat her husband?
I don't know if it would be her husband or perhaps us. I was not able to understand exactly what she was singing, but it was similar to the feeling of what we would sing on the hunts.
You hate people too?
Creatures, not people.
Okay.
But hunting parties, going out and the anticipation of the feast.
I get that. We have something similar in Jotunheim. Their clan. So you think she's gonna turn on us?
I believe it a possibility.
She did heal me though, I think.
Then perhaps there was some misunderstanding. I only wish to ensure that we are all informed.
When I think back on it, did she seem like surprised that I was healed, or like?
When did she heal you? I'm struggling to remember this.
I was
During
on
the
watch,
watch.
and she was singing,
Hmm.
and then
She did say
like,
it was an accident.
the ooze, yeah.
Ah,
And she
yes,
said,
yes, yes.
"Truth will something."
Yes, I remember now. The weird little like black blood like came out of you. I mean, you're not sensing any dishonesty from Mirik, but you also weren't sensing any animosity from Das Azotes. So it's tough to say. And I will remind the listening audience that or viewing audience, whatever, your eyeballs and your ears. I'll remind all y'all out in weird space that
That was the most American I've ever heard you. I was just like, was that English?
That was American.
Marika. That
America.
there was a thinning of the veil right when Das Azotes showed up. So there's some fuckery afoot. I will remind everyone out of character. In character, it's ambiguous. It's very difficult to determine what's up. Colonel Sanders just appeared behind the DM screen. This here dungeon's thicker like a good.
Oh, Lord.
Well, it seems like we should be on our guard. Either way, just in case.
Right.
Yes. I do not know that we
Door
should go
wife,
against
will
our
you check the
word,
secret
but...
door?
Secret door
Sorry.
wife? No, go ahead.
You, the secret door wife. The wife specifically designed for secret doors.
Secret doors.
Get over here.
My love.
I love that we all have our little parts to play in this.
Yeah. This is a highly optimized polycule.
What are polycules for, if not to be optimized?
Yeah.
Yeah.
To create one
That's
functioning
literally
person.
what they're for. Yeah, literally.
By all
create one
powers
functioning
combined.
person.
It's like a Megazord, but for just adulting.
Yep.
Sorry, I was thinking of the Here's Some Noise Power Ranger skit. So yes, what are you doing with this door? You touching it? You looking
I
at
think
it?
we're all looking to Narkissa.
Is it trapped?
Is he trapped? Narkissa, would you like to give me an investigation or perception check, whichever you think is more fitting?
Bun?
Bun. Bun, can you hear us? Bun.
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 Very good. Oh no.
Bun, can you hear me?
Oh no. Bun.
Narkissa, can you hear me?
Oh no.
Oh no.
I think Bun is truly lost in the
They've been
sauce
having.
somewhere. Yeah, the
They've been
internet.
having Wi-Fi problems, I think.
Yeah.
We're probably like got a 30-second buffering, and then there's
That island internet really.
Really hitting strong right now.
The bits can't get across the channel.
no. It's hard enough for me. I've had to hire 2 extra kangaroos to carry the bits.
Sounds expensive,
That's really expensive.
Do you want me to lend you a coyote or two?
especially with inflation.
I mean,
No, we actually talked about this in Bengalia. Coyotes are illegal here. Can't have them.
Oh.
Can't have their piss.
What if we send you a bald eagle and then it carries it really high? Will that help?
ever since the wallaby unionization of 1987, the post has been really expensive.
No. God, I couldn't imagine having bald eagles here. We've already got some big
I know.
ones.
I'll get you on the hobby green. The rattle can just tick, 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 tick.
Nice.
It'll shake up the Wi-Fi for you.
I feel so bad. Poor Bud is trapped on indifferent.
Oh, no!
There it
Oh
is.
no!
We're back on the wrong name tags. It's fine.
No.
We're stuck in a door,
We're
guys.
okay.
Someone help us.
We're stuck in a glass case of Wi-Fi.
I feel like Bun is just trying to decode. Narkis is just trying to decode this door, and we're all just like sitting crisscross applesauce, just like picking our fingernails. Like, how's it looking?
Oh no.
How's it looking over there?
Does anyone want to investigate the urns? There's other stuff in here if you would like to.
Actually, I do.
Yeah, we'll
Sure.
investigate.
Carefully.
We'll touch things.
Okay, give me investigation or
What's in
perception
it?
checks.
What's in this shit?
What's in this?
Ah, fuck. 12.
9, 10, 18, 19, 20.
It's
25.
dark in the jaws. I can't see.
25? Goodness gracious.
I have a +7 to investigation. I just
okay.
always let Bun do it.
No, that's fair. Investigation, and to be fair, Narkissa has like advantage for secret doors specifically.
Yes.
But yes, it's always good to have that backup investigation. You had like 9 on investigation. What was that, Winnie?
12.
12.
I have a +9.
Yeah. Just a real
got-
bad roll.
Yeah.
I got a 7, so I think Pebble has just stuck her head in one. That was just kind of.
Yeah. I think
So-
Winnie and Pebble both just stuck their head into them. It's dark in here, I yell.
So I will say there's no way to stick your head in. So they have lids on and they are sealed. I mean, there is a way. You would just be tampering with them more, and I wanted to give you that opportunity of whether or not you wanted to. So they are. It looks like the lids are sealed with beeswax. It could be easily enough broken open and the lids removed, but they are each sealed with wax. Mirik sort of being strong enough to like kind of lift these things up a little bit more easily and like jostle it around like gently. Like you're still aware, like could be trapped, could be real bad, but you just give it a little jostle. It feels like liquid with just the way that the weight sort of like moves around. Feels like there's liquid inside of them.
Interesting. Not surprising given the fact that we've liquid everywhere around us right now.
It's a moist dungeon.
If I can't stick my head in it, I will sit on it.
Amazing. So you're just using it as a little stool.
Yeah.
We have a Bun slowly returning to us. Bun!
Fun! And you
I don't know what happened. Everything just kept falling apart in front of my eyes.
Oh no.
I'm so sorry.
We have a door. There's a door for you. Would you like to check the door?
Here's a big, beautiful door.
For me on my birthday?
So yes, you can roll.
How did you know?
You can roll a perception check on the door, Narkissa. Oh gosh.
All right, let me just get.
There we go.
Maybe.
Let me.
It's internet by carrier
Please.
pigeon at this point.
Please, anything but. I'm so sorry. I don't know what's up with the connection today.
It's okay. We'll get it figured out. Moving is always hard. Always puts a big scramble in everything.
All right. I rolled a 17 now to just pull up my sheet. I don't know. I can't. I feel like I have to like multitask.
Putting
So
out
19.
multiple fires. 19. Okay. It is locked. Does not seem trapped though.
Just give everybody the thumbs up. We're good. We're not gonna die.
Nice.
Yay. We are also
Now it's
looking
off to
at
phase
the
2.
urns. If you
There is a
are
mystery liquid in
interested.
them. Winnie is starting to chip off some of that beeswax to try and get that lid off.
You can
We love a
absolutely.
mysterious liquid. I feel like Sisha and I are like, they like heard the liquid when Merrick moved it, and we're just like, we're both just like teeth on this beeswax. Like,
It's easy enough to like get the beeswax off. You hardly need to remove any of it, just to be able to get to the lid and like unplug it. Within it, you immediately get the sense that it is oil. It's like it functions exactly like each urn functions like 25 flasks of oil. There's a lot of oil. They're about 25 pounds each.
we want to throw one in the bag of holding.
Spill on everything. Narkissa, did you want to do thieves' tools on that lock?
One.
Yes. Yes, please.
Okay, give me that thieves' tools check.
Dun, 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 dun.
Robert, no.
Merrick, help me take some.
Yeah.
So I got a 24.
24. You taking your time, very slowly maneuvering this lock. Slowly you feel all of the tumblers get into place. You start to turn. There's a little bit of a moment where that makes your heart skip a beat as you like turn it and you hear this little like clink of glass like from behind the door. And you're like, ah! But it seems that unlocking it properly does also disable the trap that you did not notice. And you unlock the door. Do you open it?
I will look back at everybody like, okay, never mind. This door was trapped, but I fixed it. I fixed it by being a tender lover to the law.
I feel like you turn around and Winnie's squat on the ground holding a vial underneath one of the urns while Merrick pours it.
I was gonna say I've got 2 empty vials.
Yeah, I have 7. I grabbed the 2 that you haven't added them to my belt.
Actually, I think I've got empty flasks. Yeah, I've got flasks, so they'll hold even more.
You can convert those empty flasks just into flasks of oil in whatever inventory they're in.
I will delete these, and you can have 2 flasks of oil, Winnie.
I do
You're
love
gonna
oil.
set fire to so much stuff.
I wanted to-
Before you open the door, my love, if you say that it is trapped, perhaps we should move these out of the way, given how flammable I believe that they are.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Let's just take a moment, collect these. I just want the urn. Can we keep an urn? I couldn't keep any of the little dolls. Can I keep an urn?
It is rather big. I would say it just barely fits in the bag of holding.
What? We put a whole couch in there.
Yeah, get a fresh one.
That's not canon. That was a joke.
You canonize the joke.
No, I'm uncanonizing it. I have that power. Whoosh.
No, it is.
Can we put a sealed one in there?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're gonna put a
let's do
sealed
that.
one in there. All right, so add 1 sealed urn of oil.
Unbelievable.
This is a grease spell, but for free.
25 pints of oil.
A potentially
Excellent.
spell.
Man, we're gonna have so much salad dressing.
Oh my, no, it's
We are-
not that kind of oil. No, it's not olive oil.
Oh, I had pictured olive oil for some reason.
This is not a vinaigrette. This is not.
No,
I'm hungry.
No, this is thick and
Because-
viscous and goopy and
we're using it.
Made from dinosaurs.
Yeah.
It's tasted for sure.
All right, dinosaurs are canon. Just moving.
Dinosaurs are
trying to
absolutely
move
canon.
an urn.
They're in the monster
So we are-
manual. They're canon.
gently moving these urns out of the way just in case
Sure.
there's
Yes,
fire of some way.
you are able to move the urns out of the way. Putting Haley just clicked into place while we were removing the urns. You put one of the sealed ones into the bag of holding. You fill up into empty flask. I love how in it you were. You didn't know why, but removing the flasks. I'm on board. Yes, and let's go.
Winnie's adorable.
I love it.
You know
Love
what?
it.
Winnie's so fucking smart and she's wise. Haley just doesn't have it to back it up. That's the problem, unfortunately.
You give yourself some credit. You always pull out some shit that no GM is prepared for. There's a,
That's true. But that's
have-
not intelligence.
yes, it absolutely is.
Yes, it is.
There's intelligence in there. Come on. So you are able. I can't move them on the map. The map is the map, but you are able
No.
to move them out of the room. You can open
We're
that door.
moving them back here.
Yeah.
Past the limestone. So that way there's no accidental bursts of fire.
Great balls of fire.
Hmm. You're there?
Mm.
Wait, can I see if there's any? What? I realized Winnie's picked up on why we're moving them. So as what? They're little poles behind each of them to like poke and break them, or shooting them with fire would break them, or how is it a trap?
We
Can I
don't
see-
know.
Can I find the thing? Can I find anything behind or underneath the pots now that we've moved them?
Underneath the pots, nope. There's no signs of trapitude out here in the foyer. I'm sorry.
What about on the ceiling?
On the ceiling, no.
Oh.
No.
Oh. We look
Mary
up
was
and
just
there's
expecting
nothing
a
for
fireball
once.
plus oil.
Yeah, I get it, but I just want to know how fragile these bottles are.
They're not
All right, guys.
picture Hercules, the very opening of the movie when like all the masonry breaks, all the pot shop. Picture that. Like they're sturdy enough that you can like clack, 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 clack. You can knock on them you can rap on them with your knuckles and they won't break. But like combat, they could very easily break accidentally.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Cool.
So you've
Thanks,
moved
Ross.
them.
Let's just get
Okay.
out of the way of the door, and then I will carefully open it.
Okay, you can click on the map. You can open it. It's unlocked. You've unlocked it. Go ahead and open the door. 1,000,000 points to whoever gets that reference. Sadly, the points don't matter.
All of us are
Clear, but
frozen
I'm-
in fear.
You can do it. Click on the door. I want you to do it. You open that door. I'm not gonna do it for you. What do you commit?
I'm trying. I can't click on it because it's not loaded.
No.
Hey, there we go.
Oh no.
Excellent.
Everything's
Ooh,
gone to
door.
hell.
Everything's gone to hell. my internets have betrayed me.
It's
Let me-
okay. I clicked it for
I'm gonna
you.
order
You're
an
good.
Ethernet cable. Oh, thank God.
Let me give you
Oh,
some
sweet.
more flavor text. So, open the door. They swing wide. Behind the doors is a chamber cut out of the rock with a veil of calcite and stalactites covering the walls. Buttresses rise up from the corners, brown shot through with black, and there are triangular stone pillars that support a high ceiling. Occupying the center of the chamber is a colossal monument resembling a giant's table, covered on all sides with intricate carvings and glyphs. Engraved on the floor in front of the entrance is a seal that displays more glyphs. Opposite the entrance, a battle axe is embedded in the wall, 6 feet above the floor. And everyone can give me one of those language checks that we've been doing this whole time. I'm just gonna keep falling into random southern twang.
Nope.
Nope.
What was mine? +7?
I want to say +7. I'm looking that up right now. Yes, +7.
I think mine was
24.
the same.
Pebbles is +4.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, no, I got a 9.
Okay.
I got an 11.
I will roll for Saoirse because I know Saoirse understood the last ones. Why did I look at that sheet? It doesn't have a modifier on there. Okay. So this time, only one of the sisters gets it, and it is Winvir this time. These runes are just a little bit different. It's throwing Saoirse off, and all of you are like, you could understand like the spoken word, the written word without the sounds that you're familiar with. It's just eluding you.
This
The
was
gl-
in a picture book. I
Yeah.
remember.
The glyphs on the
I
floor.
remember. I can't read.
The glyphs on the floor right at the entrance say, "Ah, defilers, and now you shall join me in my eternal resting." The suitably
Okay.
horrible
Rude.
face.
I'm an archaeologist.
It's threatening us already. We're here to save him, reunite him with his wife, and he's threatening us.
I'm gonna kind of go around and try to look at the axe. Does it look like it was thrown?
Oh yeah, going around over to the axe. You can actually see it on the map there. Bless you.
Oh, that's cool.
Thank you. Sorry.
In that back wall. And actually, I'm going to give you a little bit of extra something of what that axe exactly looks like. Show players.
Ooh. Wait, what the fuck?
Yeah, there's a genuine what the fuck moment, because as you get close, you notice that the shadow of the axe, as you get close and you like hold the torch up to it, there is just the shadow of a hand coming out of it where it should be the shadow of the axe.
Interesting.
I'm
Marcus,
pretty sure this is
Eric-
magical, and I don't like. Oh, how can I help?
This is weird.
Herbivores, I love you. Shit, it's Vecna. It's a hand in D&D. It has to be Vecna.
But where's the eyeball?
But where's the eyeball? Y'all got a bunch of
Is
eyeballs.
there any writing on this,
God.
on this tomb? Or sarcophagus or whatever it is?
Excellent. Yes. Getting close to that, let me let you know what you see. As you get closer to this massive, like, giant table, essentially, you can see that it's broken up. There's a couple of different parts that make it up. The table's construction is comprised of multiple of these things, each stacked atop each other. It creating this 20-foot long, 10-foot wide structure. First, there are 6 huge blocks of dolomite, which is this thick, chalky white stone used as an alternative to limestone, on the bottom. Then there is a 4-foot thick monolith of rock just right across the top. And then, 4 foot thick. So it's just giant, thick blocks. And then a stone slab on top of that. All of it is covered in intricate carvings and glyphs. And on the stone slab that's on top of it, you see an image depicting a struggle between a dark-skinned man and a mighty knotted serpent alongside the image, there are the same glyphs that were on the double doors. The "Here lies Tolokis, Master of the Outsiders," that kind of stuff. And then beneath that inscription, beneath that whole like depiction, at the bottom of it, there are 4 glyphs in a line. And then you can see at the foot of the slab is a row of 11 glyphs, every one of them unique.
Hmm.
I don't know what to do with this.
Perhaps we should search the room prior to doing anything.
I think so.
Can I move my torch around and see if the hand moves at all?
It acts like the shadow of the axe. It moves as your torchlight moves.
I will try to.
Haley is getting some bad vibes off this hand axe.
Mm,
Hand axe.
Hey,
Can
now.
can I take a pebble out of my pocket and kind of like pink at it? Like,
At the shadow,
yeah.
you bing, and
I
it just
was
like
thinking the same thing.
it clatters off the rock, and no further reaction.
Mm.
Do you want to hold that
Yeah.
hand? You just want to just reach out and touch it.
No, nobody's touching that hand.
Touch the hand.
Actually, can I divine sense? I'm expecting the undead behind me, but is there anything else?
I'm expecting the undead behind me. Okay. Not to overly metagame or to overly let you metagame. Because divine sense doesn't go through total cover, you don't pick up anything.
But nothing from this axe.
Nothing from the axe. I will say that the room in general, it's not actually under the effects of a hallow spell, but it's bad vibes. Very yucky, dark vibes in this room.
Okay, but not quite like desecration.
It's not quite desecration. It's interesting. There's like, give me an insight check.
I'm rolling low today, 10.
It's interesting. There seems to be some duality to the room where it's like it's housing this dark creature, and even through total cover, you could feel traces of that essence. Although it's quiet, right? It's not soothing. It's just not at you. It's not attacking. But there's also a level of like, this doesn't feel very like honor guard, right? There's no giant pile of loot. There's no things like praising Tolokis. Like the glyphs on the door, they were an epitaph, but they weren't really like, oh, Tolokis is the best. We love that guy. It was more of like, this is where the guy is.
Mm-hmm.
So it seems like this place might not have been his choice of final resting place.
One last thing. Can I see if it looks like maybe it was thrown or put here on purpose?
It looks like it was put here on purpose. It doesn't look like it was like thrown. I mean, the difference between them is very subtle, but it looks like it was like forcibly like pumped right into the rock. If it
But
was
there's nothing else around it, just the axe.
just the axe. If it was thrown there, someone gave it a good old Thor yeet. It really landed strong.
I would like to scurry around for traps.
Okay, give me a perception check. Perception or investigation.
I'm good at investigation. Do.
While she's doing that, Merritt casts
Dirty.
mage armor.
Nice.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Ooh. You notice that on this giant, like, it's ambiguous, like, it keeps calling it in the text like a table, as if it's trying to be coy with the fact that it's definitely a fucking tomb. This definitely is like a body box. And on this coffin, this sarcophagus, essentially, you notice the telltale hints of, like, that little residual sparkle of, like, gem dust incorporated into one of the glyphs that's written on here. There is most likely a glyph of warding on here that if something happens, it will trigger. So far, it hasn't triggered.
Got a warding thing right here. Right here. I found it.
Do you
Are you
touch
able
it?
to disarm it?
No, it's magic.
I see. I would like to study it.
Okay. Give me an Arcana check.
Also, is it just because I'm little, but does this coffin seem really big to anybody else?
It's big. It's a big coffin.
It's big.
Is that 15? 40 feet? 20 feet?
21?
21 on Arcana. Let me double check something. Okay. Okay. It's absolutely a glyph of warding, which you would know is a 3rd level abjuration. This one looks to be not set to be explosive, but rather is most likely doing some sort of spell or spell-like effect. What'd you roll on the Arcana check?
21.
21. You would bet something like a curse, and most likely it activates when this tomb is opened, when the sarcophagus is opened.
Well,
Beyond that, you don't know, and you're not really sure if there's a good way to disarm it.
it would seem that we're looking at a curse, or a potential curse, if we are to open this.
This whole room
What
giving me like
kind?
bad vibes.
The vibes are off.
We need some crystals in here.
It definitely doesn't feel.
Did you not end up
Green.
taking that knock spell, or did we use that scroll and not take it down?
I have the knock spell.
Because that'll suppress it
just-
for a minute, won't it?
Yeah, that's if I ever actually prepare it.
Yeah, okay, cool. I
That's-
forgot about preparing spells.
That's
I literally
also
have never played a prepared caster, and so I'm just like, what do you mean? If it's on your list, it's on your list!
why don't you use it? That's also, I think you're thinking of Arcane Lock, not Glyph of Warding. Arcane Lock, knock will suppress that so that you could turn a magical lock into a mundane
I
lock.
thought it said I thought it said it would suppress any magical effects
You
on a
can
thing.
look it up.
But that I just am guessing.
Roberta was throwing shade
Arcane
here.
Lock.
Who goes into a dungeon and doesn't prepare lock or knock? Who are you, Vox Machina?
If you choose a target that is held shut with Arcane Lock, the spell is suppressed for 10 minutes, during which it can be
Okay.
opened and shut.
Ignore me then.
Yeah,
Me just
something.
being like, arcane lock, that means just any magic spell.
That's all of them. If it's a spell on a door, knock suppresses it. Done. You would be looking for something either like dispel magic-y to get rid of it,
Mhm.
or
Does Seisha have anything like that?
what did Seisha? Seisha does not have 3rd level spells. Hashtag multi-classing. But dispel magic, if I remember correctly, is on the druid spell list. So at some point,
Alright, we gotta go
All right.
XP hunt.
let's go
Let's
kill
just start
some
beating up
boars.
things.
Yeah, let's go kill the guardian. Let's go kill the other lady. Get some XP. Then come back here.
But Narkissa, other than that glyph of warding, you are fairly confident no other traps in this room. You can't see
Okay,
into
so just-
the sarcophagus, so there's probably some stuff in there, but you know, nothing visible out here.
Does scratching off runes work? Or does they set them off? Can I make an arcana or some sort of check?
You can make an Arcana check. Yes, you can make an Arcana check. I don't know why
I
my
was gonna say,
tone
I
was
am
wrong on that
proficient in it,
sentence.
so
Yeah,
I was like, I was waiting for with disadvantage.
yeah.
Um,
By the way, does anybody
Oh, I
else
think-
want to light a torch in here? Because Pebble's at the south end of the room and no one else can see, except for Narkissa.
What do you mean? I can see fine.
I've got
Yeah.
dancing lights.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We're-
You'd have to
yeah,
spread
we're
those
good.
out a little bit. Let me get you some more of those little bonkers.
Right now, the only one I care about is dancing on top of the thing.
Yes. There you go.
19 I got.
I
There's 4 of them, so you can see a little bit more.
Fancy.
What'd you get on the
I know that I
Arcana?
have the light above me, but can I read with blind sense?
no.
Mm,
Depends on if it's like carved. If it was carved, yes. But if
So
it's
yes.
like a
If it was, yeah, ink on paper, no. But in this case, it is carved, so you can read without like braille touching it.
yeah, cool. I was just curious.
Yeah.
I got a 19. Sorry.
19, very, very good. Dispelling is your best bet. Scratching the glyph might trigger it. Worst case scenario, it just does nothing. Or I guess worst case scenario is triggering it. Best case scenario, it does nothing.
Do you think that the Guardian or his wife have a dispelling magic spell? Because we could put it in the ring of storing and then bring it back in.
I mean,
We could try that.
Maybe-
I'm not certain if they would.
I
I mean,
mean,
there could be something with this axe. Because it looks like it was put here on purpose, but I don't know why.
Can I borrow the spear?
yeah, just pull the axe out,
Go
right?
for it.
What's wrong with it? We don't know. We haven't been told.
Narkissa just gently
I'm-
kind of taps it with the spear, just like tapping the axe, like, do, do, do.
Ding, ding,
And
ding.
she's just like trying to wiggle it like off the wall.
Oh, wiggle it off the wall. Gotcha. Let me see here.
I don't trust touching it. I feel like something terrible is gonna happen when we
Oh,
touch
trust
it.
it.
Pebble really wants to grab it.
Pebble
We're
is
It's
also
on the
just
floor.
wants
You
to,
can
like-
grab it.
Grab it.
Hey, but she knows she's gonna get in trouble with everybody except maybe Winnie. So
You turn and like Winnie's just like,
the Jack Nicholson fucking wide-eyed smile.
You can do it.
You do it.
Yeah, I know. Everybody's just annoyed with the Narkissa's inefficiency. They're all secret like, I just want to pull that off because she's doing, because she is just like doing everything she can not to touch it. It's so annoying.
I love it so much. Touch
no,
it like
Mr. spends forever like trying to pop it out, and then Pebble just catches it like once it falls out. Sorry.
It's not sussy once it's off the wall.
um knocking it around with the spear, no change. It seems pretty firmly rooted in that wall.
Wives, I don't know if I should just get this off the wall or not. I'm scared.
I mean,
We may as well at this point.
Yeah, just do
I-
it.
I-
Put a
with,
wrap a cloth
with
around your
permission,
hand first.
with permission, Pebble immediately grabs.
Okay.
Like, yes, freedom.
Roll a Constitution saving throw.
Oh god, okay.
God damn it. The hand's gonna come back and slap you.
Okay. 18.
18. You reach out and like right as your hand connects, you feel the like snakeskin wrappings of the haft of the axe. And it's then you notice that like this arm, it's sort of quivering in the light, its shadow. It looks like a withered, like bony, sagging arm You grab it, and a little bit of dust puffs up, but you resist the need to sneeze. Nothing else happens.
All that for a sneeze?
I just wanted to troll you just a little bit. Trying
God damn
to pull it free is very much like the sword in the stone. It's just like not moving at all.
Okay.
Am I hanging like I was in the water
You'll
with
Yes,
try this?
yeah.
chicken in the air? God damn it. Curse my shortness. When will I have my growth spurt?
Just holding Pebble and just trying to pull her while she's holding onto the axe. Like, I got you.
Both of you.
We're like literally all
Yeah.
of us in like a conga line.
No amount of conga lining this. It just is fixed in the wall. No signs of it being removed.
Oh, I have such a bad feeling about this axe.
All right, guys. Next phase. Let's blow up the wall.
Blow up the wall.
Wait, no, because like I could
They
do
do have
something that we
all
were
of that
gonna do
oil.
with the door.
You can.
Oh, by the way, Narcissa, searching the room for traps, you would have been able to see the other side of this door. There is a little glass bead that, like, the locking mechanism, like, sort of moved it to the side into, like, a little safe nestled area. Inside of that glass bead, there is this green swirling smoke.
Well, that's suspicious. I don't understand smokes and things. That's I feel like that's magic territory.
Would you like me to come and
Magic
check it, my
and
dear?
Yes, please. It's green. I don't know if that means anything to you.
Give me an
It
investigation
could mean a
check.
number of things. Okay. 17.
17. There's no way of knowing
There's so
whatever
many
this
things
is.
this could be.
Yeah, whatever this is, probably really bad for you. There's no way of knowing what it is without like opening, and because of the nature of the glass bead, any amount of opening is a commitment.
It's bad.
Yeah.
We're
And
just
I
gonna
will
leave
say-
it alone.
I will say that investigation check is high enough that I will also say, because I thought about this, all of you fucking air bubbled people, the air bubble is protecting you from like the passive smoke. If this is any sort of like spell or magical smoke, it very likely could penetrate that air bubble and complicate your lives. The air bubble would maybe help, but it's risky.
Oh.
Now, because Haley is metagaming, and you use the words "sword in the stone" situation, can I look at it and see if there's any matching glyphs to the thing, any
Can-
ownership markings, any?
Can I rename my character Arthur
Any
and take a
rules?
whack at this?
Yeah.
I am Arthuria, the gender bent queen of England.
If there was zero metagaming, we'd never get anything done.
No, no. I love this. I love this line of thinking. It's not even that metagaming.
Your
Just-
line of thinking is different than mine.
Yeah.
Mine assumes that the only person who's going to be able to pull this out is our superpowered vampire friend that we don't want
Yes.
to pull it out.
No, I also think that, and I just
Yes.
want to see if I can confirm it. Or
Yeah.
something.
In any way.
You could
Yeah.
tell, by the way, you could tell at this point, this axe is absolutely magical. Like if the weird
Yeah.
shadow was not enough of a tip off. It has a blade of bronze and the haft is wound with snakeskin wrappings. It has that weird shadow effect. And I will say that I forgot to mention this. As you get close to it, there is this kind of like cold chill that runs up and down your spine. Like it's clearly an artifact of death. What a lovely room of death. This is bad juju coming off of this thing. There's no glyphs on it that you would that correspond to anything else in the room.
Okay.
If you wanted to, Winvir, if you wanted to make an investigation check, you could.
Yes, I want to make an investigation check, but I also just want to give it a quick tug myself. Am Am I Arthur? I think
Am
to
I
myself.
worthy? Investigation.
21.
Is
21.
It seems an odd place to put it and not
Yeah,
with
right?
him.
Why wouldn't they put it in with him?
Nice. You are. I will amend this. There are glyphs on it, but they are not. They are not
Readable?
corresponding to any of the glyphs
Oh, yeah,
that are
okay.
in the room. You said 21 for investigation?
Yeah.
It looks like there are pieces of parchment. Like you can see just this bare gap in the snakeskin handle. There are pieces of parchment that look to be like sealed within the handle and like wrapped up in the snakeskin haft. And looking
Does the
at
snakeskin look like it can come off? Or
it
is
looks like it could, but it also looks like doing so could damage
wreck the...
could
Yeah,
could
yeah.
wreck it. Looking at the glyphs that are written on that are engraved into the axe blade itself, it looks like there are 3 glyphs. You see passage. This is what they mean. Passage, flaming fingers, and summon wind.
Maybe separating him from his weapon is how they're keeping him down? Crap.
Maybe.
So is the guy in the
And I-
sarcophagus the one that we're looking for?
Yes.
I share all of that information, by the way.
Oh.
I would say with a 21, your best guess, because you're proficient in Arcana, correct?
Yes.
You would know. You would kind
Winning
of
is.
recognize. Winning is, yeah. You would kind of recognize this styling, this pattern, as these are command words affixed into the weapon. That each of them, if spoken, would activate one of the spells associated with the axe. And it looks like this is like a very early styling of how to construct magical weaponry, to where these scrolls upon which the spells are written are actually like bound into the wrappings. So
That's very cool.
unwrapping it could damage that connection, but the weapon looks like it's capable of casting stuff.
Interesting thought. I did think that I didn't want to destroy it, but maybe we do want to destroy it.
What if someone holds it and then casts acid?
Right.
I would say wind.
Give all
See, that
3 a
doesn't-
go.
Give all 3 a go. Press all the
At the
buttons.
same time.
Yeah, I mean, what if one of them is gonna work? It'll work in one order or not with the other. Unless you need a connection.
What were the
slash
words?
Passage, flaming fingers, and
Summon wind.
summon wind.
Okay.
Thanks, Bun.
D.
And a reminder, there are those 4 glyphs at the bottom of the sarcophagus. You would assume the lid, the stone slab on top, and then there are the 11 glyphs that are at the bottom of like the box part.
Right.
I have a controversial idea.
Go ahead.
Don't give me that look.
Let's talk about the
Nothing's
controversy.
controversial in this group.
So this is the guy that we need to get. This is who we were sent by Father to get. What if we leave him here and his weapon and everything? We just leave this room untouched. We explore to try and find our way out, and once we find our way out, then we go to retrieve him.
Unless you're cool going and killing his wife right now, I don't think there's anywhere further we can go.
We've tested all doors possible with the exception of the one across from his wife.
Yes. Why is his
So are we
wife here
gonna-
if he's trapped here? Did she get in under her own free will and not be a who made
Is she
this mess?
also a vampire?
No, she's not. I asked.
Water type vampire.
Oh God.
Then she's a liar. After she was a vampire, and I mean, really, she could have said yes, a water-based vampire.
I
not-
would.
No,
I was just.
I'm not a vampire.
I was calling back to the gag. Oh my God, Haley. Crucify me for making a joke. I was calling back to the gag. She is not a vampire. You would know that.
No jokes in this series.
No
we are
jokes.
serious.
We're super
No, apparently-
serial.
You're a
Apparently,
serious
I just
team.
can't joke back. That's the problem.
What if we could go back and ask her about this ward on it? Maybe she knows how to get rid of it.
That's true. And she, like I said, she might have the dispel magic spell.
You may.
Mm,
But yeah, I don't think that she's supposed to be here.
I mean, unless this was an ancient tribe that used to do that thing where, you know, if the man died, then all of his possessions, including his wives, were buried with
Chuck
him.
him in there.
I don't know. I don't think he
Well,
died.
he
I
doesn't-
think he was trapped here.
well,
Yes.
we've met a lot of things and people that have been trapped down here for a lot of reasons.
Yeah.
And they talked about being locked away.
So it could be the same.
Why lock her away so close?
What torture is there beyond being so close and yet so far?
I guess so. That is true.
All right. Well, then I guess our next step is to go see the waifu
Mm.
and keep bringing
What
in my
if
hip kid
I-
lingo.
What if I just I'm gonna grab the axe and I'm gonna say passage.
You say it. There's no sensation of magic leaving you or anything like that. There's merit to the idea, but you're thinking that if this functions like other magic items, you might need to attune to it, which takes a short rest, or really an hour.
Stand there for a
Stand
second.
there
we
for an
gotta stand there
hour.
for
Stand there for an hour. Just holding Pebble.
Pebble's ADHD is not gonna let that happen.
So that's why
You're
she's just gonna
so
hold you there. She's gonna hold you there while you're holding it. Just
How long would it take to get all the way back to the wife and back?
Like 10 minutes probably, 10-minute round trip.
Okay, never mind. I was like, oh, well, maybe you could do it then, and I'll take care of you while the rest of the party go see the wife.
The gremlin in me wants to just blow the lid off this thing and be done with it.
Yeah. What's
hey,
the
I have my
worst that
handy
could
dandy
happen?
crowbar and I'm ready to just go right in on it. But
Y'all don't want to
like
do the
that's-
glyph puzzle? Y'all don't want to do the glyph puzzle?
There's a glyph puzzle? There's a puzzle?
oh my
Remember the
He keeps
four
pointing out the
glyphs?
glyphs.
The 4 glyphs at the bottom of the stone slab, and then there's the
Relate
11
to nothing
other-
else.
All right. I would like to see about translating the glyphs.
Yes, we go over with a pen and paper, lay down on the table, and start writing out these glyphs.
He's
It's
so
a puzzle,
mad.
guys.
This is the dwarven axe room all over again. Fuck you, Matt. We're not looking at your room. We'll go somewhere else. Ha ha.
What are you talking about?
Incredible.
This room.
What are you talking about?
Look, my solution was just to shatter or thunderwave it off and be like, fuck this. Poof.
Amazing. Give me.
You know, I'm gonna take a charcoal like thing of like the glyphs and stuff. Maybe we can ask the wife about them too. Just be like, okay, so this is what's on the thing. If you could like just be like, oh yeah, you need to push this, this, and this, and you're good.
Wow.
Just bypass the puzzle that way.
While you're at it, Narkissa, give me a roll with +6.
Okay. 22.
22. Well, hot damn. I was gonna even increase the DC, but you smashed it. All 4 of the glyphs that are on top of the stone slab are present in those other 11 glyphs. but only once each. So every one of those 11 glyphs is unique, and all 4 of the other glyphs are also unique, and each one is repeated once. So one of them is like the 4th glyph in the line, the other one's the 5th glyph, another one's the 3rd, and then the 9th.
Okay. All right, guys. So it looks like there's a bit of a repeat that I am noticing. I'm gonna.
Yes. Are any of the glyphs from the axe match these glyphs that you're seeing repeated?
Nope.
No.
I'm gonna touch the glyphs as they are here, and let's see if it like pushes in like a button or something. I'm gonna
You-
get cursed. I know
I'm
it.
gonna get cursed. So which glyphs are you touching?
The ones that are like repeating. So I specifically go like within the glyphs and stuff to kind of touch where I see like the 4 glyphs. So I'm touching them kind of like in order.
In order.
So you're touching where they match in the 11. You're touching parts of the 11, not the 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
And you do it in order, left to right.
Yes.
So you touch the 5th one, then the 4th one, then the 3rd one, and then the 9th one. And at each touch, there wasn't like any sort of like reaction or anything. It didn't warm up, it didn't light up, nothing. But then on the last touch, the slab slides back a couple of inches, and you can just barely see that like it is open. Someone needs to like actually push this thing to really open it.
It was a puzzle.
I will also
did it,
need.
guys.
You
I will.
did it.
You're such
Fuck.
a shit. I will also say everyone needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
Ooh.
Gotcha.
Ooh.
Mm.
Oh, I get an advantage on these.
11.
Where is Saoirse?
7.
19.
Or
Okay.
apologies, 8.
8 for Mirik, 7 for Winveer. There was a 13 for Saoirse, and then Pebble, what'd you get?
17.
17. And then Narkissa, you got a 19.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Haley and Mark, give me D10s.
4.
7.
Okay. There is the opening, and Narkissa, maybe because you're paying attention because you noticed that glyph of warding, you see this little little shadow leak out of it, and then just like leave out the room, but nothing else happens.
Well, something knows that we're here and is gonna be pissed.
Hmm.
Are we seeing?
I'm just like carefully peeking in, just like, "You there, Mr. Mr. Man."
Hello, Mr. Man. Mr. Man. Looking in Narkissa, because you have dark vision, you could see that any amount of wealth or opulence that would have put with Tolokes in his resting place is in this box. You can see that 4 foot tall, big, chunky stone that's in the middle of everything, that is a sarcophagus, and it's hollow on the inside, and you can see this long skeleton wrapped in wrappings and adorned with all kinds of like, maybe Pebble is close by and like lifts the torch up a little bit, and there's just a little bit of glinting happening here, as you could see maybe some treasures buried in there. But to get a good look at anything, you'll have to crack that thing open.
Poke him
I feel
first.
just heart is singing right now.
You
Grab
cannot reach him quite. Like it's just barely open.
5-foot pole.
5-foot pole. You could, boop, and like you hear like
I use that quarterstaff that Merrick gave me, and I
You-
just give him a poke.
little poke. You hear like the tinkling of stuff moving around, but nothing else.
Right. Let's get this lid off.
My noodle arms will not be able to help.
I assume you want me to do it.
I mean, Winnie is like giving it a
Please.
red hot crack, but she's not doing great.
What is Winnie's strength score?
I will.
Minus
I will also
1
try to help.
is an 8.
8. And then what is Merrick's?
Merrick's is 16, so +3.
Nice. So between the two of you, Winnie on one side, floating along, and Merrick on the other, you do start to move this stone slab out of the way. And you are
I feel
able
like
to...
one side moves and it just like does that rotation off until it falls. Like...
Yeah, one of the sides goes a little bit too...
Oh, God.
And inside, you see within the monolith, beneath the slab, is a crumbling skeleton decked out in decayed finery. It appears to have been a man of taller than average stature, obviously of great importance. Gems and other small adornments of obvious value lie on and around the body. Covering the skull is a mask of jade with cowrie shell eyes and obsidian pupils. And about the corpse's neck is a jade pendant carved with the face of a human-like bat. Those are the two, like, clearly most expensive items in this box.
I mean, if we have to wake
Alright.
him up, I feel like we shouldn't steal from him.
Winnie empties her
Yeah, look-
pockets with a sad face.
If you want a
Yeah.
rundown of
Cry.
I'm going to speed read this. Don't worry about trying to take notes on what this is, but just to give you an idea of everything that's in here. Above the mask on the corpse's forehead is a diadem of dark opals and jade discs worth probably a couple hundred GP. To either side of the mask, there are jade earplugs carved in several places to resemble budding flowers. Draped over the rib cage is a breastplate made of loops of tubular jade interspersed with bone dividers. Scattered around the neck and through the rib cage of the corpse, there are about a couple of maybe just shy of 200 jade beads. They're all shaped like spheres and cylinders, and these little trilobed beads and floral ones. A couple look like pumpkins, melons, or maybe snake heads. About the wrists, there are wide jade bead bracelets. On the middle finger of each hand are carved jade rings, one in the form of a man holding the moon, and the other a panther ready to strike. Pressed into the fingers of each hand, like they were embedded in the flesh as he was decaying, pressed into the fingers of each hand is a large bead, a jade cube in the right hand, and a spherical agate in the left. And at the feet of the skeleton lie two glazed clay containers. One is fitted with flower-shaped plugs, and the other one holds a 1-inch diameter piece of mother of pearl. And then lying amongst the hip bones, there is a 6-inch long statue of a faceless man with pointed ears. It looks like it could be a container of some sort.
Can I tell if this is like buried with respect and reverence or buried and Jade is anti-vampire?
Oh, yeah,
Like-
Give me...
Because like if he's covered in jade,
Yeah.
what is this? I wanted to just know.
Either insight or investigation.
Okay.
I could
I
see
think
religion
that
as well. And anyone who wants to
Religion,
could make
okay.
these checks.
Okay, I think actually I got a 19 on the die, so I think I'm gonna choose insight for 23.
Okay, nice. Any other numbers worth
13
speaking
on
of?
investigation.
13 on investigation,
15 on religion.
15 on religion. Pebble?
Yes, getting some good ones all around us.
I got 6 on investigation.
Okay.
I'm just like, ooh, shiny.
I think between Winnie's insight and Narcissa's religion, the rest of this room it's well constructed, is a place of importance. It's not necessarily a place of reverence. Especially with like the glyphs that were like the warnings, like you've opened my tomb and now you will sleep with me, like sleep here forever with me.
Yeah.
The fact that it was like quote, like it was as if Tolokes was speaking, you're thinking that might be wrong. You're thinking that might be like whoever built this is phrasing it that way. But the lack of reverence in the exterior decor, it seems like whatever wealth is buried here is like out of obligation, whereas whatever, like him being interred here is like, you're gonna stay here. Like the fact that his weapon is apart from him, it's like, it's clearly that is his like weapon. The fact that it wasn't buried with him, that's kind of weird. Like there's ulterior motives to why he is interred this way that you're picking up on, but you just don't have the complete story.
Yeah.
But it definitely doesn't speak of like, this was an honorific burial. It's more of like, things were being done for reasons, but it's not clear.
Can we check to see if any of these articles are magic?
Yes. Do you have detect magic?
No.
Okay.
Just looking for glyphs and stuff on them.
No.
Does Saoirse have detect magic?
Does Saoirse have
I think so.
Detecto Magico?
Oh, she does.
I believe she's cast in the past, so she does. Do y'all want to wait for the ritual casting, or do you want to just pop a spell slot?
We'll wait.
Oh, we'll
for the
wait.
ritual.
Okay.
We're vibing.
While we're waiting,
Actually, I guess Saoirse's
we're
the only
waiting-
one that's penalized for waiting because she's the only one not in an air bubble. So, while we're waiting, Pebble.
I know that this place was. They mentioned, or it's been mentioned and seen several times that the giants were like rulers, and like, do I see any like resemblance in this burial that I would have in like a stone giant's like typical religious burial?
Interesting. No stone giant significance technically. The fact that Tolokes is a bit taller than you would expect from a normal humanoid, you're thinking maybe he's like half giant, or maybe he was half giant. Like maybe there's something there to his mortal lineage that speaks to giant kind, but there's nothing in the iconography or anything else happening here that says stone giant.
Because I was wondering about like you said that it looks like stones were pushed into his hand, like gemstones were pushed
Yeah, like
into his hand,
gemstones
so
were
that's what I
pushed
was.
into his fingers. Yeah. That doesn't seem like a stone giant thing.
Okay, cool.
That could have been just in line with like this people's rituals about body modification, wanting to honor the dead, or like pushing it in, like maybe it's imposing on the dead. You're missing too much context to know the story behind some of this. Saoirse finishes detect magic, and this thing really is just a wild treasure trove of shit. So the wrists, the jade bead bracelets, those are magical, giving off abjuration. One of the rings is giving off abjuration, the one that's the man holding the moon. The other ring is giving off, I believe, enchantment. The one that has a panther on it. And then it's very strange. She is also getting magic from one of those clay jars, the one that's sealed by his feet, and also that like statue, but not from the statue itself. It's like something inside of it could be magical. One of those is illusion magic from the urn, the glazed clay container, and then the faceless man with pointed ears statue. The magic coming from in that feels like abjuration again.
I guess this is where we decide whose side we're on, as Winnie's eyes sparkle with all the shinies. Because
I
if
wanna
we're going
loot.
to fight him,
Mm,
we should remove all of the magic items.
We should
from him
remove all the magic
and
items.
destroy his weapon.
I don't think we can. Oh, yeah, I guess we can.
But destroy the magic from the weapon. I have a pretty good idea of how to do that.
I guess it depends.
What? One last thing. You said he was wrapped. Do those wraps look the same as the ones that Papa gave us?
Similar in like shape and style, but the ones that Papa gave you have like writings on them that are not Ulman or anything like that. So definitely, like the wraps that you have different. They have different magic, and these, if there's not any writings on these wrappings. So if anything, these were just normal like mummification burial wrappings.
Okay.
I will also say there is very subtle magic coming from both the mask and the pendant.
Okay.
All right, so we are going to archaeological this corpse.
Are we going to wake him and return him to his bride? Or are we going to wake him to put him back down?
She's a liar. Said that she was going to eat us.
Which Winnie, you don't
Again.
necessarily.
That's what Merrick said, though.
That is what Merrick said.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's all I'm doing. I'm using what Merrick
Yes.
said.
Again, it was more of a feeling than it was outright words. So I cannot be entirely certain what it was that she meant, only that it felt like a song before a feast.
Hmm. Well, I
And
think
given that we are the
did-
only beings here, it stands to reason.
I think Papa wanted us to return with the body, so mostly I don't think Papa wanted us to have it alive. If that was,
Yeah.
we got the wrappings.
In a
so-
stasis. Alive
Yes.
but paralyzed.
Maybe we
I
could
forgot.
Take them both? Do we have enough wrappings to do 2 people?
Probably not. You would have maybe guessed beforehand, but this dude's big. This dude's real tall.
What were you saying, Danny?
Oh, I forgot. Was the insight that Merrick failed? When she was that when she was trying to drown you? So Merrick didn't catch
It was
that?
just before. It was is she giving off any icky vibes while trying to drown? She had not given any icky vibes at all, even during the singing part. The singing part just gave off the I'm gonna have some food today type situation.
Fair enough.
Well, alrighty.
Because Mirek doesn't know what she was actually singing. She's just trying to surmise what it felt
The
like.
feeling.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I don't speak that language. Or anything even remotely close to
We have
it.
to learn some more languages. I know so many, and yet it's never enough.
It's okay, I've got Draconic.
That will
No,
never
I didn't-
happen again.
Tears well up in Winnie's eyes. As fuck, Urky. What was it? Urky Timbers? What was
Urky
his name?
Timbers. I'm happy to translate some Draconic if you need it. Let me pick up my cage dress.
I love that for like
You-
4 or 5 sessions, you were like, no, that's not what he looks like. And then
You
by
refused.
the 5th one, you were like,
You were
this is what he looks like.
You kept doing it every session, so I was like, all right, I gotta give it to you at this point. This is ridiculous. Just carrying around the
Because you
cage.
still had him in a cage the whole
Yeah.
time.
Yeah. Well, I was supposed to do Photoshop the cage out. I'm not a
Yeah.
wizard. Yeah, what you doing?
What choice are we to make? We had given her our word, and if we go back on it, I assume we will have to face her in a fight. but there's every possibility that she intends to fight us anyways.
That is true.
Right. And then at that point, it would be 2, 3
With
on
both
one?
of
Or
them.
3 on 4, 5.
Yes.
Maybe we just
I
go
can't
get her
count.
now.
Okay.
We'll just devastate her with some horrible news, and then
Devastator with some horrible news.
Emotional damage.
emotional damage. Exactly.
4d4 emotional damage.
It's the new D&D damage type.
Yeah.
When he just accidentally multi-classes into Bard, like
Dissonant news.
yeah.
Well,
I don't know. I
Also-
don't know.
Also, what I know
I-
about Papa, that would be hilarious if
I
you
had-
did multi-class.
I had my thoughts yesterday, and then I slept, and I thought about Papa and how mad he's going to be at me if I don't bring back the vampire. And I feel like that outweighs anything else. Maybe.
so
What
we're
do
just
you
gonna
think?
let's
How does
wrap.
everyone feel
guy up.
about
I
reuniting?
mean,
them?
I don't particularly like going back on our word, but I mean, if she was gonna double cross us anyway,
It was a threat, wasn't it, when it was made? Like, it wasn't a pleasant conversation when, like, I remember Bat saying that she said that she was going to kill us, or drown us, or something along those lines. Was that said out loud, or was that picked up in an insight? When she was talking to Mirik underwater?
When she was talking to Mirik underwater, there was her attitude shifted when she was underwater. She was definitely a little bit more
Yeah.
aggressive, more confident, less demure.
Yeah.
There was a threat if we went back on our word.
There was an implied threat
Yeah.
of like, we will not be friends if you do not do this for me.
Yeah, but, like, yeah, if you do not do this for me, not if you go back on your word. It was that this is your choice,
Mhm.
or
Mhm.
die. Which I feel like you can give your word and go back on ultimatums. Ultimatums
So
are no
we're
good
supposed.
when death is
So
the
our
option.
choices are to potentially reunite the lovers, or, which I don't know how we're gonna reunite this bag of skeletons.
well,
With
By
a
waking
very
him,
alive
we are meant
fish
to do
person.
anyways.
how
Well,
are
we were
supposed
meant
to
to
pick
wake
him
him
up?
anyways.
Mm.
How are we supposed to do? Did anybody
I
tell us?
assume the way you would wake any vampire with blood.
You know, and I was
Oh.
thinking the same thing. I was just like, okay. Idea, we wake him up, battle him, he dies. We take him to the wife as he's already dead, and be like, "Whoops, sorry, he's already dead." And when she is down, then we'll take her out too. I don't know, man.
We-
Yeah, but what
We
happens
could-
if she gets to him and unwraps him and
We
then
could take
fixes
his
it?
bones there and be like, well, we don't really know how to wake him up, but here he is.
Yeah, fix it. And then we just
God.
run through the door while she's dealing with that?
But then we'd have to
At
come
which
back with
point-
her.
Oh,
We
but then we don't have the
fail.
body for Papa.
Correct.
Yeah, so we need the
Papa's
body
making
for
this
Papa.
really hard.
Yeah, that's kind of how these situations usually go. Is you really want the thing, and I've dealt with this, but the big important thing is we need to do what Papa says, otherwise, no more trips for us.
Yeah.
And I have shit I
And
want
I
to
mean-
do.
We'll get our
Also, now we
vacation
live
privileges
there.
revoked.
So
If we do what Papa says, we get a lot more treasure.
well, we also don't get kicked out.
That's,
So that's
true.
a big thing.
We have other homes.
Yeah. Maybe I'll get Papa to buy us our own
I don't-
home.
Or I can ask my father to purchase us a home, or we've got plenty of treasure to purchase our own at this point.
I know, but it's our money.
Which would make it our home with no strings attached. Yes.
I don't need a man,
So,
but I would like his money.
so,
All right.
So I think Papa takes precedence here, but
I
how
agree.
are we gonna deal with her?
Think I had a lapse of judgment and I got excited, and now I regret the choices and decisions that I've made. And
It's okay. Happens at the best, especially when we're drunk.
I'm thinking our best bet is to go and kill the wife, take her body and bring her blood to him, and wake him up that way.
I agree
It's
with
pretty
this plan.
brutal, honey.
That's a little bit fucked up.
Like,
Look, we can just wake him up here and fight him, and then he's dead, and then you can't bring
And
a
then
dead
we
person
have to
back.
fight her anyways,
Yeah.
with the potential of her attempting to resurrect him while we fight her.
Yeah, I think.
Well, I mean, like,
the
not
other
if we
way
stuff
around
him into the
works well.
bag.
That's true. We could do that. I also think that we shouldn't give him our blood. I feel like that's bad. That could be bad.
Oh,
There's a shadow hand
puts
on the
dagger
wall.
away.
I feel like we shouldn't give him our blood.
There's a shadow
Yeah.
hand on the wall.
And I mean, if they're supposed to come together, her blood might be the blood. It's another puzzle, guys. The place is full of them.
Wait, I do have one crazy idea right next to my head. I want to take his hand and I want to get the axe off the wall. Just, like pantomime.
You take his. It's not gonna reach. Are you trying to like? Or like?
You're gonna pick up his whole.
Are we
skeleton
removing an arm?
Are you removing an
but-
arm from this
Like,
man?
do the Thor thing. Do the Thor, the Thor hammer. Like,
Oh,
just hold his
just
hand
gesture
towards him, like,
meaningfully.
flaming
Okay.
fingers.
So we've decided to kill him.
That
Does
one.
anybody
crying
have
right now.
mending? Does anybody have mending? Maybe we can.
No.
do that.
Druidcraft. I have blur. I have no good spells. Stop it.
You keep
Guys
asking
are
me
just built
for
for
these
combat,
spells.
not utility. It's okay.
You get. I just want. I love that idea so much. You take the hand and you just like wiggle it meaningfully towards the axe. Nothing happens. Incredible. I love it so much.
It
So.
shakes in the wall.
A quick
Okay.
reminder rundown.
My
Just-
idea the best.
I'm going to continue hammering the strategy of reminding you of details you technically know, just in case anything got missed. The magic items are the bracelets, the rings, or actually the middle finger rings,
We should go battle her
The
wearing
two-
all of his things. Back.
Just you just walk in there with like a mega gulp and all this like shit on, and you're just like, couldn't find him. No idea where he is. How's your day been?
Sorry, it would be my limited
Where
edition
did you-
family cup
Where did you get that? Ah,
in a mud pile.
yes, that crawdad has some real good deals.
Losing a Happy Meal.
You're wearing his merchandise.
What? I'm a fan.
The oil explodes. We get full circle on
Hooray.
that. Hooray! Chekhov's oil
right.
urn, and then
First
the
step, let's-
sorry.
let's-
You cut me off in the
in
middle of
this-
the magic. Oh no!
Oh, God, I think we're
Bracelets,
killing Matt.
rings, the two containers, one by the foot, one in his like pelvis,
What's
hip
in the
bones
container?
area, and then very slight magic coming from both the pendant and the mask.
Actually, I should not
Okay.
touch that. That could be his soul.
If we
Yeah,
started,
the hand axe is obviously also magical. Thank you, Robertables, for mentioning that. The hand
Yes.
axe for sure magical.
have we decided 100% we're killing this guy?
Yes.
This
I
is
mean-
hilarious.
We're not killing him. We have to put him.
Well, We're reviving him and then putting him back in stasis.
Yes, he gets to
Yeah.
live for a very long time and become a tree.
Okay. If that's what we've decided, we're going to start removing the magic items on this man. I don't care
Yes.
where else we put them. We are removing them.
Yes.
Just
Okay,
get some nice
then-
gloves on, like, this needs a delicate
Then-
touch.
Should one of us go attune to the axe? Because then that means he can't use it.
Oh, yeah. Is that a thing? Can we?
I
Should we
think only
try
one
it for
person
an
can
hour?
attune to something at a time.
Let's try it for an hour, and then if not, we'll destroy it, right?
Yes.
Now, don't touch any of the items on his body, because removing them could wake him.
We're not
Mm.
certain.
Let's wait an hour to be sure, and then we'll just strip his body, and then we'll destroy the axe if it can't attune, right? 1 hour.
Yes. 1 hour.
All right.
All right.
Can
Which
we
of us
fast
is going to
travel it?
attune to this?
I think.
Who amongst us is doing
I
this?
think Pebble wants to, right?
How big is this axe?
It's a
'Cause
battle
if
axe.
it's my size, I don't think I can.
It's not big enough that you would not be able to wield it. It is a battle axe, so it's a pretty hefty weapon. It's not so the 3 sizes are hand axe, battle axe, great axe. So the great axe is the 2-handed one. Battle axe is the axe equivalent of like a long sword.
What is the battle axe under? What kind of weapon?
Martial weapons.
Oh, I can do martial weapons, but I am not very strong.
Okay, I can.
We give it to the
I've
muscle model
decidedly
wizard.
reached my limit on weapons. I'm just
What?
putting it out there now.
I'll give it a try.
Yes. Go
Pebble's
for it.
gonna attune. Incredible.
I do have that like my patron really likes when
Mm-hmm.
when I try to discover the unknown. So I have that in the back of my head too. Like
Yes.
I should.
Where was this little bit of flavor text?
I already have a dagger, a warhammer, a longsword, and a great axe. We're not adding to my arsenal.
Don't you just want to be a walking armory, honey? Like, come on, it's your thing.
Eventually, I will get bogged down.
Eventually. Okay, because it specifically says that the axe is embedded 6 feet above the floor. Who's holding Pebble?
Merrick will hold
I
Pebble.
can-
As Pebble attunes to the axe. Oh man, this is very interesting. Hmm. Okay,
Is it cursed?
you attune to it, and you immediately feel this like the hand sort of like shrinks and becomes like pebble sized in the shadow, and you get the sense you've attuned to it. Like you could use it, but it's like it's strange. It's just like this axe you just want to hit stuff with. It's just get in there. Feeling the effects of masculinity. I want to lightsaber.
I take a level on barbarian.
Oh god, Pebble's a dude, bro.
Oh god.
So that is what you said, and you try to like, "Ugh," but it's still stuck in the wall.
They
But
the word
also-
now.
now try using
also-
the mask.
In that time, I rolled a d6 for poison damage. Saoirse took 1 point of poison damage.
Okay.
Bun, what'd you say?
Oh no, I was just gonna say Pebble's now the dude, bro, gym rat lesbian.
Oh
That's-
no.
That's the next playbook for Thirsty Sword Lesbians I need to write. The dude bro gym rat lesbian.
Oh, she and Merrick match now.
Mm.
Aesthetic.
Oh no, my strength is
testosterone.
only 10 though.
It's okay, Merrick will help you work on your gains.
Amazing.
It's okay. You're next. The next one, you'll be able to go to 12. You got it.
What would you like to do now? This is out of control.
Okay, I can pull this off the wall now, right?
You cannot. It's still
Oh,
stuck in
fuck.
the wall.
Damn it.
Wait,
Dang
can
it.
I try to get it out of the wall with a crowbar?
You try and nope, the crowbar is not budging in. There's the gap is like
There's no
perfect
give.
for just the axe.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
what if I cast reduce on the axe and make it smaller than the gap? Will the gap change size, or shall I do that? I want Pebble to have this axe, so I do it.
So you do it.
I use my innate ability one rather than my spell slot, so I'm marking that off.
Okay, using reduce on the axe.
Yes, please.
Okay. I'm not
I mean, if it just makes it smaller, then that's fine.
the
but-
axe and the crack that it's embedded into. Just
Pebble has 2 feet on the wall. It is like pulling. It's like I did this for nothing.
Pebble, use the axe's magic. See if it responds to it now.
Oh yeah, passage.
oh yeah, that thing. Oh. All right, time to look up this spell. Oh man, just.
Oh my god, if
Gonna
you go
go
to another
through the
dimension,
wall?
I'll be so upset.
What'd you say, Haley?
If you just disappear to another dimension, just like plane shift, like bye.
Oh, just
Oh,
both
for being-
Pebble and Mirik, because Mirik's holding on to Pebble, so it's just like
Mirik is holding on to Pebble.
We split the
and
party.
it's just
That reminder was literally just like Mirik in her ear, just, gentle words. Say the magic words.
Okay. This is so funny. Yeah,
Oh,
y'all are so off book at this point. I'm doing my best to interpret things. I just want you to know I'm trying to maintain to the spirit of this adventure that absolutely did not anticipate this level of nonsensory. I
a
love it so
puzzle. We're
much.
just trying
It is
to
a
figure out
puzzle.
the puzzle.
It is a puzzle.
just give us what we want, Matt. Just surrender and give us what we
I
want.
just want you to know I'm
Or
not no budding because of a dick. I'm no budding because the puzzle has one answer and it really wants you to do that answer.
My
And so-
favorite puzzle answer is the second or third answer your players come up with,
Yes.
and you just let them have it.
Yep,
Not the
and you
first
just-
one, but
yep.
the second or third. They just can't.
I love that too. It's not happening for this one. It's you say passage, and just this weird moment happens where like a hallway like is magicked into the wall, and you are now at the other side of that 20-foot long hallway, still holding on to the axe embedded in the wall that is now 20
Did it
feet
take
further
Mirik
in.
too?
Yeah, Mirik just
you just hear really far away. Fuck!
I win.
Oh, what'd you ask, Mark?
Try wind.
Yeah, try them all.
Oh
Yeah,
no.
summon wind.
Hold on, let me see how many charges does this thing have?
Maybe it's one of those click things where you gotta like push it in and it'll pop out.
If this doesn't work, I am untuning. I hate this.
Hold the hand of the.
I
touch
want to
the
hit him with
shadows.
this. I want to hit him with his own axe at this point
This
because
is
it
the
sucks.
funniest. This is the funniest thing I've ever seen happen.
We're gonna by next episode we're gonna have chipped this block out of the wall where we're just gonna be carrying it as a giant mace. Like
It's the has anyone seen that image? It's like weapon for your barbarian. It's the sword and the stone, but they never pulled it out. They just carry it around. It's just a maul. Yeah.
We
Amazing.
have that as a homebrew item in one of our
Yes.
games.
Okay. This is too perfect. I need Mirik to make a strength save.
Oh, good. I can do
Shoved
this.
down the hallway again.
19.
19. Okay. Uh, so you, you hear Pebble. Fine. Gust. Summon wind. And just a wind tunnel erupts, like going against the wall and then bouncing right back. And so Pebble's just full. And Merrick just anime sliding against the wind. You resist it so you don't get pushed entirely away, but it's just. And it just keeps going. Like Pebble can feel herself holding the spell in just concentration for a minute. So it's just this fucking wind tunnel.
Man,
My
they look like they're
God.
having fun back there.
Is Winnie just shot out of the air? How far is the air
Not-
going?
Oh, Winnie was there too. Give you a strength save.
Oh,
Oh, Winnie.
Oh my God, that's a natural one! No!
Winnie just, whoa! She's tumbling back. The gust disperses gas or vapor, and it extinguishes candles, torches. So the Pebble's light is out. The torch is gone. It's just, you are in the darkness. It's complete pandemonium.
I'm like, I'm on top of the body of the vampire, like,
You-
oh god.
Oh, oh God.
What would you
Is
like
this
to do
where we're ending
now?
our tale?
Don't use
Winnie,
fire fingers! Don't use finger fire!
Okay,
I'm yelling.
I think the only
Merrick,
thing we
how
can
do
do
I
now is just.
unattune? Merrick, how do I unattune to something? I don't want
No,
this
we'll just
anymore.
chip the wall. We'll
Yeah,
just chip
no, I
the
don't-
wall and you
No, I
can
don't
have
want
it.
this anymore.
Just unwrap
Honey,
the
you're doing-
wrappings. If you unwrap the wrappings, you'll ruin it.
Okay, I'm gonna do that.
Have you tried touching the hand?
Let's high five it.
I give the I give the hand a high five.
You give the hand a high
Still
five. Nothing changes.
Nothing.
Okay.
That pisses me off even more. I rip the handle.
Okay. I want so you
Fuck this axe.
open the handle and like unspooling it. Let's see here.
Just
Give
two fingers from the dark, like
give me a wisdom save.
Okay. Oh God. 17.
17. You get the sensation that like you want to stop. You don't want to like wreck this axe. And you get the sensation also that like this might remove the spells, but you don't know if it'll do anything to the axe. Like the magic there might be two different kinds of magic happening. Haley's
Okay.
giving me such filthy looks, just like, Matt,
it's fine.
you are the
I
worst.
have access to spells if he steals it off of Pebble.
There's only one answer, but the problem is we're all too dumb to know what it is.
He's gonna immediately run over there and just be like, oh, stick his hand on it, be like, wait 1 hour, please.
Well, you know what? It's all the way down that fucking passageway, the hallway.
Yeah.
Down now.
Yep.
He has to run.
He has to run all the way down there. Yeah.
I'm looting him now. Fuck
Okay.
this guy. And I yell down the hallway, let's loot his party!
Oh, finally!
Archaeology
Okay.
away. I like bow. And
Narcissa with her like gloves and
Her
everything. She's
gloves.
like, yes.
What are you looting
Yeah.
first?
Oh, we did
I am
did
going-
I get it off with
What?
the wisdom save?
Did
Was
what?
I able to actually get it off?
Do you want to?
With
Do you want?
save?
You know deep down you don't want to do this. It hurts you to think of hurting it. But if you want to rip it off, if you want to rip the spells out of the axe, you can.
Can I try to like focus myself and try to figure out if that is
Oh, you cut out there. But I think
Oh,
you're
you cut out.
distinguishing. Is
Oh.
it your own impulse
Yep.
or something else? Give me an insight check.
Okay. Okay. 18.
18. It's probably. Oh gosh. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna send Danny a message, and Danny can interpret this how you think you need to interpret it. Yes, Robertables, the music is gone. Kenku's been weird lately, and it makes me sad.
Kinku's been just dropping.
Yeah,
Drop now.
Kenku's
I just
been...
have it off because it's doing my head in being on and off, on and off. I can't.
Nope, that's valid. Oh gosh, Danny, where are
Neat.
you? Where are you in my DMs? I was trying to slide into those DMs and I can't find you.
How dare you?
Danny's got a new photo, that's why.
Yeah. There we go. Boop. So there you go. You have some information. I leave the roleplay up to you. Narkissa, what are you looting from this thing?
I'm gonna take all the magic items.
Okay. Which ones are you starting with? There was the vague magic coming from the mask and the pendant. There were the bracers.
No. I'm gonna start with the loose items first, so like the statue and the jars.
Okay. You do know from the statue and the jars that both of those, it's not the jar or the statue itself. It feels like it's coming from within.
Yeah, but it's just still getting that like
Taking
it's
those
the most
out.
like non-connected to the body first. That's
Yeah.
why it's like okay, these go first.
Okay.
Okay, then we're gonna go with the rings
Okay. So you pluck the
and then
rings
the
off.
bracers.
Yep. Take the bracers
Um,
off.
I'm trying to remember all. Let's see. Was there anything? No, that was the jar that was by the feet.
The last things that detected as magic were the axe, which Pebble's taken care of, the mask, and the pendant.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and take the mask off now.
Okay. Take the mask off, and you can see that beneath the mask, there are fragments of bone, as if the skull was like crushed beneath it. And within the fragments of the jaw, you see that there's a little spherical white onyx. Saoirse does some detect magicking, and the white onyx is not magical.
Okay. Now we're moving on to the final piece de resistance, the pendant.
The pendant. Yep. So taking the pendant off. I hear Danny typing. What are you gonna do? What's Pebble doing in that hallway of your own design? Have you stopped concentration on the summon wind spell, or is it still a wind tunnel in there?
Oh no, I have
Okay.
stopped.
That's dropped.
I don't know if I should keep typing or just
What would you like? What would you like to do?
Okay.
Go for it.
Since I have such a connection with my meteor hammer, can that kind of offset how I'm feeling so I can so it's kind of like a back and forth with the two of them?
I think there's an awareness. You're not going to be able to defeat the mechanicalness of what's happening, but I think it's a good way of interpreting the insight check that you're aware of what's happening, even if it's like I'm forgetting the name of the movie, but it's the Jim Carrey movie where the kid wishes that he can't lie anymore, and then he can't, like, he knows that he can't lie, but he can't work around it just because of that. So it's that kind of sensation.
Yeah.
Like, you know what's happened to you now, but that doesn't mean you can work around it necessarily.
Okay. So I kind of just like drop and let the handle be, and just like I can't.
And when you drop the handle, like, you drop down to the ground, and you're like your hand like reaches up and like wants to grab hold of the handle again, like just instinctually.
What do I do? It's stuck.
Are we still trying to find a way to unstick it, my dear?
I mean,
Maybe
feel like I
you can
need
unstick
to.
it.
maybe.
Let's wake him this
I don't.
motherfucker up.
I don't-
I just want to start.
I don't want him to have it.
Jaws.
And as y'all are trying to figure out the unstickness, Narkissa, that's when you take the pendant off, and immediately there is a change within the tomb. Within the coffin, you feel the rattling of bones, and dust starts to swirl around as those little skull bones start to clamber back up and start to reform into the shape of a skull, pinpricks of red light glowing from within. And that is where we will stop for today. We went a little long.
Guys, I'm
but-
terrified.
But goodness gracious, that was some hilarious problem solving that I did not want to cut off prematurely.
Puzzles!
Puzzles! Ooh, it's been another 10 minutes. So that was another hour, which means I'm gonna roll one more time. 2 points of damage for Saoirse. She's only 3 points down. Not
Actually,
terrible
okay, cool.
when this is happening. So that
Let
way.
me know once she gets like about 10 points down.
Yeah, she's
That's
fine.
when I start to top people up again.
Yeah. And really, you'll be able to track it a little bit better next time because we'll be rolling initiative right at the start. And that'll be super
Yeah.
exciting. So thank you.
I knew the pendant was the most sussy thing out of all of it. I'm just like,
Is actually
Yeah,
the mask
save it
and the
for
pen,
last.
the mask and the pendant both. You had to take both of them off for him to start waking back up.
oh,
Thank you.
great. Somebody
Thank you.
hand me a steak.
Thank you for
Immediately in
tolerating my
combat.
adjudication of this ridiculous puzzle room. And you've discovered that the axe can cast Pass Wall, one of my personal favorite spells, but because there was nothing on the other side, it just made a hallway deeper in. It's got some gust of wind action. You haven't figured out what Fire Fingers is. That could be fun. Do that.
Maybe. Maybe.
Maybe. We will find out what happens with Pebble and the cursed axe next time, along with everything else that is going to be suddenly happening in simultaneous action. Hopefully, we'll have the whole Pebblecule in attendance. Wahaha, so that I don't have to NPC anyone. Hooray! Thank you so much to my fantastic players for delving into the dungeon and discovering more darkness. Thank you to you, our fantastic audience, for following along and giving us all of those funny little reactions in chat. We love to watch you, watch us. We are voyeurs? I don't know. We're exhibitionists. That's what we are. Let's try to figure out. We're exhibitionists with limestone plugs. You can find out more by joining our Patreon. Or joining our Discord. I hate me. And remember to be kind to yourselves, be kind to others. Tune in to our Extra Life bonus spooky season special this Saturday, November 2nd. I believe it's going to be in the evening. Join the Discord to find out more about that. Follow us on socials for all of our up-to-date news. And are you ready for more tales?
Always!
Let's go on a raid, everybody. We're going on raiding. Bye-bye.
Bye.